You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, 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 yo. What's good, man? Well, man, and everybody in between, you know what I'm saying? Good, great, grand morning to y'all. Hopefully everybody's doing well on this Thursday morning. Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. Let's get it, man. We got some things to talk about, some things to chop about today. You know what I'm talking about? So let's get right to it, man. Let's get right to it. Oh, my camera. Hold on, chat. My camera. Oh, Lord. Hold on. My camera tweaking, chat. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Houston, we have a problem. All right, we good now. What it do, man? We got my boy Let's Be Real in the building. Yes, sir. Don't forget to smack that like button if you haven't done so already. Before we get started, let's go ahead and say our prayers, man. Please join me and bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this blessing. We thank you for waking us up to see this Thursday morning, getting us throughout this week. We ask that you let us approach this day with a renewed sense of vigor, a renewed, more intensity, more fervor, and more excitement, Lord, and just let us always look at the glass with an optimistic point of view, optimistic perspective, glass half full as opposed to pessimistic and glass half empty. Because we always have blessings that we could be appreciative of, that we could be grateful for. Sometimes we look at the things that we don't have instead of focusing on the things that we do have, and the people we do have around us, the resources we do have around us, as opposed to focusing on the things that are missing or absent. And when we are appreciative of our blessings and what we have, it always opens the door for us to utilize them to their fullest and create more blessings, you know, that you have given us opportunities to take advantage of. So we just want to come to you with thanks and appreciation today. And we ask that you protect us and in your love and your mercies for the duration of our lives. Through Jesus' name, amen. And forgive us for we have sinned. So check this out, man. So I dropped this news yesterday, man. The president of the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach, he has said that he thinks that the Olympics will be approved for 2028, right? And it has been officially approved. So that's good, man. We got to cheer for that. You know, the Olympics are back. One time for boxing, man. That's a big victory for boxing. And yeah, man. I think that's dope, man. So that's fire for a lot of amateurs, man. And then also too, there's been some news about Ryan Garcia was talking on a podcast. I can't remember their names right now. Is it AK or Atkins Barack or so? I don't remember. But he was talking on their podcast and he was disclosing how much money he's making. And I don't really care, but a lot of people care about the economics of boxing. I guess it makes them feel better when they're a fighter that they like is making a lot of money. I don't know. But so he, hey, Styles in the building. What's good, Styles? Amen. So, I mean, he disclosed that he's getting around 20 million. And whether that's true or not, I don't really care. But it is interesting, though, because a lot of people are speculating that he's the highest paid fighter on the bill, right? And the bill I'm talking about is May 2nd card with it's headlined by Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, Devin Haney versus Jose Luis Castillo. Gosh dang, I just took us back. Jose Carlos Ramirez. I don't know why I said Castillo. Jose Ramirez and Teofimo versus Barbosa. And you know, you could argue that Ryan Garcia is the most popular fighter on the card for sure. But is he the most accomplished? Absolutely not. He might be the least accomplished. Like, he's never been a champion. At least Rolly Romero, who he's fighting, has been a champion. Teofimo, who's fighting Barbosa, he has arguably been undisputed. You know, it wasn't really undisputed, but some people will say he's undisputed. Whatever. He's still very accomplished. He's been unified, and he's been probably the longest reigning champion out of all the champions up there. Devin Haney has legitimately been undisputed, and he's still the youngest undisputed male champion in the 4-belt era. Of course, the youngest undisputed champion period is Gabriela Fedor when she beat Gabriela Alanis. She became the youngest undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. But if you talk about just on the male side, that's still Devin Haney. So if you talk about accolades, and then Jose Carlos Ramirez is a former Olympian and all the good stuff, shared the ring with Arnold Barbosa and Josh Taylor and stuff like that. So if you want to look at it like that, it's kind of disrespectful. So I'm gonna go from another angle. I'm not talking about just how much money you make. I mean, get the money that you deserve. We all want to get the most money, right? That's what we all work for. You know, if you get offered a lot of money to do the job that you're doing now, if you get offered to do a lot more money, you're not gonna turn it down. You're just gonna turn down your collar. That's all you're gonna turn down. You know what I'm saying? If somebody pays you more to do the same job you're already doing, then that's always a plus. So I ain't gonna knock somebody for getting the money or getting that bag. But at the same time, you know, I do think it's kind of disrespectful the fact that he might be the most popular, but he's definitely the least accomplished, and he has the most shade around him, right? Because he's coming off a suspension. So he violated the rules as far as weight and PEDs, and he's the least accomplished, but yeah, he's getting the most money. Because you could assume since he's the headliner, he's in that position. So I mean, that's dope. But I see a lot of people complaining about how much money he's getting. I mean, I don't really care, but I do think it from the angle of it being disrespectful. You know, I think that is very disrespectful. Especially to me, it just shows that, you know, I rock with Big Turk. I've always rocked with Big Turk. I still rock with him. I think he's been great for boxing. You know, as far as the betterment of boxing goes, I think he's been fantastic, right? I know my boxing fandom and my boxing experience has been enhanced since he's been involved in boxing these last year and a half or 2 years, right? At the forefront, since he's been at the forefront of it and facilitating all these good fights, right? But to me, it just reinforces that he's not really for the betterment of boxing as a whole, in my opinion. I think that he's for it from a fan perspective. Like, he's a fan. I'm not trying to minimize him, you know, 'cause shout out to him, I respect him. But from a standpoint of how he's going about it, I think he's just a fan with money, you know what I'm saying? So he can pay for these, to sponsor these events and stuff like that. But I think that if you're really interested in the betterment of boxing, when you have a Ring Magazine award, you wouldn't have a guy hosting the award that can't even currently box because he was suspended off of PEDs and missing weight, right? He was just suspended off the PEDs, but he also missed weight to show that he was a lack of professionalism. You had him hosting the Ring Magazine Awards, which should be an award to emphasize and highlight the fighters that are champions and are making the sport look good. And then you have another guy who was most relevant for his racial slurs that he's been using repeatedly and his discriminatory outbursts in the media, in Teofimo. So you have these guys at the forefront of an award ceremony that's supposed to demonstrate, like I said, just highlight and demonstrate what boxing should be, but then you don't invite champions like Michaela Mayer, who was nominated for an award, and she's a champion. She's not there. Clarissa Shields says that she didn't get an invitation, who's the undisputed champion 4 times in 3 different weight divisions and a 2-time gold medalist. How you don't respect that? And then other champions weren't there too that were missing. Gervonta Tank Davis is a champion that wasn't invited, according to him. But we could go down the line, but it's something that you learn from. But to me now, when you couple that with knowing that Ryan Garcia, who has a shady past, going through all types of courtrooms. He's in court right now for vandalizing a hotel where he claims he was on shrooms. It's so funny that he admits that he was on drugs, but then people like Gabriel Rosado are still in denial about him being on PEDs, with the D in PED stands for drugs, you dumbass, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, we gonna get there because I'm finna go in on Gabriel Rosado. But yeah, I just think that once again, he's just showing that this is indicative of him not really being for the betterment of boxing. Then when you talk about you're bringing somebody in like Dana White, and Dana White would be dope if he could make that UFC model translate to boxing, but we're not sure, right? And then when you say things like, oh, I want Dana White to come in and change the game, and I'm not saying that wouldn't be good, because we know boxing has a lot of problems. It's a very complicated, convoluted sport, and it's very corrupt as well and shady. But I do think I was happy when I heard Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, and Frank Warren kind of speak out about it being disrespectful to say that you're bringing in another guy like Dana White, who doesn't really hold boxing in a good light, and then you say you're using him, who's not in boxing, to transform boxing. I feel like that's also disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see if it works out. I'm not against it. If it works out, it works out. But it is disrespectful, and it doesn't seem like sometimes it seems like he's more so there to make a name and leave a stamp than to make a name off of improving the sport at his heart, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time too, if that's what he wants to do, and he's gonna bring me fights like Beterbiev and Bivol and maybe help facilitate Tank versus Shakur, I'm all for it, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna ride it out while it lasts. Yo, what's good, Crow? But now let's move on to I kind of talked about Gabriel Rosado right there, man. We're gonna segue into that. And chat, let's get the formalities out the way. First of all, I rock with Gabriel Rosado as a fighter. I think he's a great sorry, he's not a great fighter. I'm about to cap. Hold on. I'm about to say he's a great fighter.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
I'd be a liar. I think that Gabriel Rosado is he's a game fighter. He's a warrior, right? He's been in there with so many fighters like Gabriel, Jaime Munguia, Triple G. He's been in there with everybody. Danny Jacobs, if I'm not mistaken. He's been in there with everybody that you could be in there with, but he's known for taking L's, right? But I liked him because I don't really care about losses like that. I like boxing, and I like guys that are showing and demonstrating and exhibiting a fighting spirit, right? I think that's dope, so I respect Gabriel Rosado, and I was kind of didn't want to go this route because sometimes when I be talking, I talk a little harsh. But at the same time, I think it's important to call people what they are. If they demonstrate that they are something, then it's important to call them something. I'm not talking trash. I'm just saying what you're showing. You know what I'm saying? You're showcasing that you're an idiot. If you're showcasing idiocy, then I'm gonna call you an idiot. It's appropriate. You know what I'm saying? If it walks like a duck, sounds like a duck, moves like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's a duck, right? So there's no problem calling it that. So I think he's acted very idiotic. You know what I'm saying? I like him as a fighter. But I don't like him because he's smart, and it's okay not to be smart, but don't pretend to be, you know what I'm saying? That's number one. So let's get that formality out the way. I think Gabriel Rosado is a dope fighter. But as far as what he's talking about right now, he's not the smartest, you know. And then number two, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. The first time Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fought, I bet my money on Ryan Garcia, because I thought that it was a good matchup. I thought that Ryan Garcia stylistically would pose problems for Devin Haney. So I put my money on Ryan Garcia, even though Ryan Garcia was an underdog, and even though he was going through his little episodes and acting crazy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I still thought that he could win, you know, especially from their familiarity with each other and the amateurs and all that stuff. And the fact that I'll tell you primarily why I thought that Ryan Garcia would win is because Devin Haney, you know, I like Devin Haney straight, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a big Devin Haney fan. I always see him as a guy who's been very calculated with his career and his opposition choices. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fighters do that. But I feel like he's like the epitome of that, right? I feel like everybody that he fought, from Kambosos, Lomachenko to Jorge Linares, the majority of people that he fought, they were either past their prime, damaged, or just old, period, and smaller. You know, Ryan Garcia, to me, was one of the first times that he fought a guy that was just as young as him, stronger than him, hit harder than him, and was the same size physically, you know what I'm saying? Or if not bigger. So that's why I thought that this would be a tough task for him. And I thought that he only did it because he saw Tank do it. So he's like, okay, bet. You know, when Tank beat Gamboa, Devin Haney fought Gamboa. When Tank fought Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney went to go fight Ryan Garcia. Remember, he was talking about fighting Mario Barrios too. So I feel like he was just riding Tank's coattails, trying to one up him, you know? And so I just think this was a miscalculation. And I bet on Ryan Garcia. However, when Ryan Garcia popped dirty, I was like, hold on, man. You know, that A sample came back. I know it's a rarity that the B sample would be different, but I was like, you know, we're gonna give it some time, and we're gonna withhold judgment, you know, because I'm a firm believer in innocent to proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? I'm an American. You feel me? That's how we go. So how we're supposed to go. So I waited till the B sample came back, and just like history would show, it definitely repeated itself, and the B sample was the same as the A sample. So he definitively popped dirty, which means he tested positive for banned substances. In this case, it was ostarine, you know. So we know the exact substance, we know the exact amount. It was 6 nanograms per milliliter, which is 60 times the allowable limit of the New York State Athletic Commission, which is 0.1 nanograms per milliliter. So we know the exact amount, we know the substance, and we know when he did it. They have a date, a timestamp on it, and it was during the fight. That's why the fight was turned to a no contest. So I just gave you the details. You could Google it yourself. If you don't want to take my word for it, that's fine. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Go Google it. It's documented. You know, but people would rather live in ignorance as opposed to being correct. They'll rather try to justify their perceived truth as opposed to actually seeking the real truth. You know what I'm saying? And there's such things as facts and opinions, but a lot of idiots out there who aren't qualified to speak on a topic that they're speaking on, they like to make it seem like facts don't exist. I don't care how many times you try to bend it, flip it, and turn it. 2 + 2 is 4. That's a fact. I don't care how many times you try to manipulate it. I don't care how many times you try to bend it, curve it, misconstrue it. It doesn't matter. 2 + 2 is always 4. Always. You can't change that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to say, okay, well, I can get to 4 by doing 3 + 1 or 5 - 1, there's other ways to get to 4. It's not the only way to get to 4, but 2 + 2 is always going to be 4. So I don't care if you're Terrence Howard coming out with new math or whatever, but let's get to Gabriel Rosado. I want to play this for y'all real quick before I go in on this man. So I want to set the table real quick. So I was watching the Boxing Voice. Shout out to them. They're a good boxing channel, man. I think he does a good job. I don't always agree with everything they say on there, but I do think he does a good job of covering the sport, man. So shout out to them. And they had Gabriel Rosado on there, and I heard him talking, and I was just like, you know, I covered it briefly before, but like I said, I always said, you know, I respect Gabriel Rosado and I like him as a fighter, so I don't want to go in on him too much. But now he just took it too far, so I gotta speak my piece, man. And let's check out what he said right here on the Boxing Voice. And I'm just gonna play a snippet of it.
At the problem that society wants him to chalk up the L like an L.
No,
it's
bro.
Not an L. He got cheated.
He just said he got cheated. Listen to his response.
But when you say, but when they talk about the levels of what it wasn't nothing like that made him. It didn't give him an advantage.
The levels of what it was, it didn't give him an advantage. Are you a toxicologist? I just saw you tweet. You can't even spell the 1-syllable word like wreck correctly. You don't know the difference between then and than. This is what you're talking about, but you know on the internet it's okay to be dumb. Matter of fact, it's encouraged to be dumb because people say, oh, it's the internet. You know, you don't have to care about spelling or knowing the difference of words or whatever. No, it's an indication of your idiocy. And you should always want to demonstrate that you know something unless you don't know shit. And if you don't know shit, then, I mean, you won't know shit on the internet. You won't know nothing in the barbershop. You won't know nothing in the classroom. You won't know nothing at a job. You won't know nothing at the crib. You won't know nothing. Why would you intentionally do something wrong? It's because you don't know better. So you can spell things wrong and still be smart. I'm not saying that, but when you're also saying something dumb and you're spelling things wrong and incorrectly, it just magnifies and exponentially shows and reveals how much you are dumb and how the lack of knowledge you have. So let's keep it going though.
We talking about what the levels were, and they said that it was probably something for him to make. And at the end of the day,
something for him to make, and at the end of the day, you see, he couldn't even finish his statement, and he started to stutter. You know what they say about stuttering? I know y'all know that Joe song. I could tell you're lying, cause when you're replying, stutter, stutter, stutter. He didn't even finish his thought because he had no thought to finish. But let's keep it going.
It's something for him to make. And at the end of the day, the fighter that was the bigger fighter that night was Haney. Haney came in like at 160 something. He was like a super middleweight that day.
The fighter that came in bigger, what I just talked about, right? Devin Haney made weight. He's a consummate professional. I'm not a big fan of Devin Haney, but you're not going to make up and manipulate lies, bro. You're not going to manipulate the truth to fit the narrative that you're trying to kick. Devin Haney made weight. Ryan Garcia didn't make weight. There was no limitation. There was no rehydration clause. And if there was a rehydration clause, you would talk trash about that too. So now, because Devin Haney, according to you, came in bigger, which I don't think he did anyway, on the unofficial or official scale, now you're trying to say that, oh, he didn't make weight. What does that got to do with having PEDs in your system? You see how they tried to manipulate it? Ryan Garcia is it wasn't changed to a no contest because he missed weight. He wasn't suspended because he missed weight. He was suspended because he had PEDs in his system, and that was Austrian, which was at a level of 60 times the allowable limit. So when you say you don't know the level, I know the level. How come you don't? Aren't you a former fighter? Aren't you a commentator? Aren't you a boxing pundit? Aren't you an analyst? Aren't you a pugilist enthusiast? Isn't this your job? I thought you're a boxing aficionado, but you don't know the levels. No, you don't know because you don't want to know. It's public information. All you got to do is Google it. Google's your friend. You're on the internet right now talking with 2 other people. So we know that your internet works. Why can't you Google the levels that you're so concerned about? It's an easy Google search. It's documented. It's documented on ESPN, documented by the New York State Athletic Commission. It's documented by I have it documented on my channel. So any reputable boxing media source, doesn't have to be a boxing media source, any factual documentation in regards to recording fights, it's literally in front of you and easily accessible. The levels that you're so concerned with, the levels in which he cheated. They even tell you the substance. They even tell you the date. They even tell you the method of testing. But you don't know. You don't know because you don't want to know, or you're too stupid to find out. So you lack the level of comprehension, the appropriate level of comprehension that it takes to understand the topic that you're trying to talk about. You're disseminating falsified information. Let's keep it going though.
He was the bigger man that day. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that got the suspect, Victor. What was the dude's name that he worked?
So once again, you don't even know what you're talking about. He's trying to talk about Victor Conti. Everybody has Victor Conti. Terrence Crawford has Victor Conti. He's with Snack. Zab Super Judah, who's a Hall of Famer. He's with Snack. That's your homie, ain't it? Caleb Plant's with Snack. That's why I said Terrence Crawford, Caleb Plant, Clarissa Shields has been seen affiliated with Snack. How many people have been affiliated with Snack? But now you want to just bring up old stuff because Victor Conti messed up. So now everybody that's affiliated with Snack also messed up too to fit the narrative. So if you weren't calling Devin Haney a cheater all this time he's been with Snack, why are you bringing it up now? Let's keep it going. And you didn't even really bring it up because you didn't even know the dude's name. So it's just a demonstrate. Like, this is just a prime exhibition of when you're dumb and you're trying to talk about something. That's like 3 things that he talked about, and he didn't fully finish his thought because he had no thought to finish. He's just talking. He's seeing a whole bunch of talking points that these idiots say on social media, and he's trying to regurgitate it, and he can't even do that right. You can't even recite the information that you're trying that you're using as evidence to substantiate your point, because you have no point. But let's keep it going.
Wait. Yeah, come on, dog. You got that dude? You got that
Crawford
dude?
got that dude, though. Clarissa got that dude.
All right, well, whatever, man.
Now it's whatever, man. Now it's whatever, man.
You know what I'm saying? To each his own. You know
to
what I'm
each his
saying?
own.
To each his own. But I'm not coming at whoever uses Victor Conti. But I'm saying is you chopping this man up, but then you got this man with a crazy track record.
He said, I'm not accusing people of using that are with Victor Conti because he just realized that the other fighters that Ness just named, and Terrence Crawford and Clarissa Shields and Caleb Plant, he don't want no smoke with them. So he's trying to say, oh, well, I'm not coming at them. I'm just coming at Devin Haney. So you're not coming at everybody that uses Victor Conti. You're just coming at one person for being affiliated with Victor Conti. So I'm not saying that everybody that was with Victor Conte is wrong. I'm just saying this particular person that conveniently fits my argument is wrong. This dude is trash.
On your team. You know what I'm saying? And then you come in 160 something, super middleweight the day of the fight.
160 something. Another fact that he doesn't know. He's just speaking. This man's just talking out his neck, bro.
You took the bag. You took the bag for the extra 3 pounds too.
I
So
just
if you
think
take
that's
the
the
pound-
issue right now.
You took the money for the extra 3 pounds. He's not suspended for the 3 pounds. 3 pounds is not a PED, you dumbass. It's not a steroid. Weight is not a steroid. Weight is not a banned substance. Weight is not a PED. What does that got to do with anything? Once again, you're still reaching.
Oh man, like look, we're making Devin the villain because he's hanging with Conti when his test is
Devin-
clean.
Exactly.
Devin made him-
Ryan's, it's
but
Ryan's
Devin-
test is negative, and somehow people mad at Devin.
Exactly.
But the
being with
levels of it.
Conti.
The
But
levels.
think about it. What the levels were, people said it wasn't. They said it wasn't nothing.
I
It
heard the
wasn't to the
levels.
extreme.
I heard the
Okay.
levels, but we're getting that from Ryan's lawyer. It's
Thank you. We're getting that from Ryan's lawyer. Let's keep it going.
Ryan's
For sure,
lawyer that
okay.
said the word nanogram.
And that I have to correct Ness right here. He said Ryan's lawyer said the word nanogram. No, he didn't. Ryan's lawyer said a billionth of a gram, which is a nanogram. He didn't say nanogram because nanogram, people can't conceptualize that metric. So the lawyer who's going to manipulate words to make his client seem good, he said a billionth of a gram. So when people hear a billionth of a gram, they're like, dang, that has to be small. A billionth of a gram. Bitch, everything is measured in nanograms when you talk about substances of this umbrella, that's under this umbrella, this group. You measure these things in nanograms per milliliter. That doesn't mean it's inconsequential. Right? No one, when you're taking the aspirin, no one says, oh, go get 5 thousandths of a gram or 500 thousandths of a gram. No, they say get 500 milligrams. They don't say get 500 thousandths of a gram. No one talks like that. A thousandth of a gram is a milligram. So they say get 500 milligrams of this aspirin. So when you're talking about Ostarine and you talk about other substances like this in that category, you say nanograms because that's the measurement in which they're measured. Nanograms per milliliter. You don't say billionth of a gram. It is a billionth of a gram, but when you express it like that, idiots on the internet like Gabriel Rosado and the people he's getting it from, they just say, oh, billionth of a gram, that has to be small. So he's helping them conceptualize and try to put in their mind that it's so small that it's inconsequential. Well, no, that billionth of a gram, Ryan had 6 billionths of a gram. And that 6 billionths of a gram is 60 times the legal limit. If I'm driving down the street and I get pulled over and I try to pass a sobriety test and I'm 60 times the limit, bitch, you going under the jail. I don't care what, if it's nanograms, milligrams, grams, I don't kilograms. I don't care what the measurement is. I don't care what the metric is. If you're 60 times the allowable limit on anything in life, you get the maximum consequence. So, and that's the level that he was at right there. 60 times the allowable limit. Dumbass.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, look, this is
Now
how
it's
this
no
is how I
doubt.
see it. And
Anyway, y'all go watch the rest of this interview, man. I can't even listen to this fool, man. I can't listen to this fool anymore, man. My head about to explode, bro. This dude's a freaking idiot, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. We paying this. This is why he's a fighter. Shout out to my guy Oscar. My boy Oscar said Triple G made gave him some permanent damage. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. Gabriel Rosado's a freaking idiot, bro. So let's keep this going, man. So I want to talk about this, man. I hope this goes viral too, because I would love to discuss it with him, because I'm not as nice as Ness. I don't have any allegiances. I don't have any loyalties. I definitely ain't scared of nobody. So because what is there to be afraid of? You're a fighter that's known for getting his ass whooped. You're a fighter that's known for losing fights. You know what I'm talking about? So it is what it is. So however you want to take it, you can take it. But we just talking right now. But I would love to have him on here, because I'll fry him. But anyway, so I just want to say that he's an idiot, and he questioned. So if you go watch the rest of this interview, he demonstrated his idiocy. He questioned the legitimacy of tests, right? He questioned the literal the literal requirements and the literal limitations of the test for the New York State Athletic Commission. These commissions have been around forever. It's not like they changed it for Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight. No, you can see the limits of each substance. They have a list of it. I have access to it. Why don't you? So everybody has access to it. So he questioned the legitimacy of the test, and then he kept saying that he doesn't know the levels. The levels weren't adequate. We do know the levels. The allowable limit is 0.1 nanograms per milliliter of Ostarine. That's literally documented. Ryan Garcia came in at 6 nanograms per milliliter. That's 60 times. So that is the exact level, you dumbass. So you don't know the level. It's not we don't know the level. You don't know the level because you don't want to know, and you don't. It seems like you don't know a lot of shit. So let's keep it going. So in addition to that, when he's at 6 nanograms per milliliter, that means that he was 60 times the allowable limit, which is the level that he was at. So I don't know how you don't know the level, you dumbass. And then he mentioned, if you keep going further onto the shout out to my boy Oscar, shout out to my boy Ryan. I gotta keep it going real quick because I don't want to lose my train of thought. Then if you listen to further in the interview, he says, oh well, Cotto, he got to make his mouth all funny, but he said Miguel Cotto, which apparently is his hero. He has a man crush on him. He's infatuated with Miguel Cotto. He says that Miguel Cotto fought Margarito and got it back in blood. Let me play this real quick. Let me say that again. He said Miguel Cotto fought Margarito and got it back in blood, and he wasn't mad about him getting cheated. He said Miguel Cotto took the rematch and didn't complain. He said Miguel Cotto didn't care. He just wanted to get his revenge in the ring. And I want to be very clear with this, man, because it's going to sound like I'm going in on Miguel Cotto. And y'all know me. Miguel Cotto is actually one of my favorite fighters. But I'm not going to lie for anybody. I don't lie for Tank. I don't lie for Canelo. I don't lie for Floyd Mayweather. I don't lie for none of them because, like I said, they're no kin to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do that. You feel me? I don't have to do that, and nor do I want to do that. I just want to tell the truth, and I like boxing too much, man. If the truth benefits you, it benefits you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. So I want to pull this up for you, right? I want to pull this up for you. He said Miguel Cotto got the rematch and didn't complain. Do you know the rematch between Miguel Cotto and Margarito didn't happen until 3 years later? The initial infraction where he cheated him, that happened in 2008. That they didn't fight until 2011. That's number one, so he didn't get the rematch immediately. Number two, when they had the rematch, he had the picture showing that Margarito cheated him. But you know why Cotto didn't take him to court? Because there was no evidence. Margarito was never proven guilty for cheating Cotto. He was proven guilty by the late great Nazim Richardson when he fought Sugar Shane Mosley. That's why Miguel Cotto didn't take him to court. Because he couldn't. A photograph is not sufficient evidence. And please believe he did. And what's a case in point that he did? Miguel Cotto, I want to show you right here. Miguel Cotto didn't just say that, Margarito shouldn't, he doesn't want to fight Margarito. He said Margarito should be banned everywhere. And if you think I'm lying, let me show you right here. I love documentation. I love facts. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you this right here, man. Miguel Cotto stops Antonio Margarito, right? This is the second time. But I want to show you right here. Hold on. Give me a second. I want to show you right here, bro. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here we go right here. What can y'all see this, chat? Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in for y'all. The Tijuana Tornado is Margarito, right? The Tijuana Tornado stopped Cotto in the 11th round in Las Vegas in their first meeting. Cotto said he long resisted a rematch because he didn't want money to go to an opponent who didn't fight fair. So initially, Cotto did not want to fight Margarito, you dumbass. So every time people say that, it's a lie, bro. And I like Cotto. This is no indictment on Cotto, but we're gonna tell the truth. Cotto initially did not want to fight Margarito. That's why it took 3 years for the rematch to happen. So every time somebody says, "Oh, well, Cotto didn't do this," I'm sorry, yes he did. Cotto did not want to fight. He didn't want no parts of Margarito. He said he didn't want to fight him because he didn't fight fair, and the fight fair was never proven. You know who was proven? Ryan Garcia was proven to be a cheater by the New York State Athletic Commission by 60 times the legal limit. Devin Haney, last time I checked, he wants to fight Ryan Garcia after this fight, but they said no. He wanted to fight him next, but they said they have to make a little intermediate fight, right? A little intermission. They got to make a pit stop. He has to fight Ramirez, and Ryan Garcia has to fight Ramiro to further build the intrigue. That's what Turkey wants. Devin Haney said that he wants to fight him. But you're saying, oh, Cotto wanted to get it back in blood. No, he didn't. Cotto had to get an exorbitant fee, a lucrative deal for him to take that money to fight Margarito again. And there's no problem in that. I have no problem with him not. I even said that, bro, if I was Cotto, I wouldn't fight Margarito again. Because I actually agree with him. But we're not going to make up lies. Cotto did not want to fight Margarito at first. And then he literally said that when Margarito got banned in the U.S., because remember, Margarito only got banned in the U.S., he was able to go get his license in Mexico again. Cotto came out and said that if he's banned in the U.S., he should be banned everywhere. Everybody should respect it. And once again, mind you, Margarito never got caught cheating against Cotto. You dumbass. It was all speculation. I think that Margarito cheated because once you get caught cheating, when he got caught against Sugar Shane Mosley, I assume that you cheated against everybody else that you fought. You just got caught now. So when Ryan Garcia got caught with the PEDs, I assume that he cheated in all of his fights, whether he won or lost, whether he lost against Tank, whether he won against Luke Campbell. I assume that he cheated. He just got caught now. And Oscar Duarte would agree with me because Oscar Duarte came out the fight before Devin Haney. He said, oh, I think Ryan Garcia cheated. He said he thinks Ryan Garcia was on PEDs. But it doesn't matter what you think. It matters what's proven. So same with Cotto. I don't care how many pictures you got. It doesn't matter what you think. I don't care how many photographs you have of Margarito. It doesn't matter if we think he cheated. He wasn't caught cheating until he fought Sugar Shane Mosley, which was after Miguel Cotto. So Mark, let's get this out the way right now. So every time somebody says, "Oh, Cotto, Margarito cheated," Cotto, no, you're going off your thought. So when you say that, "Oh, well, Ryan Garcia, I'm worried about the levels," why aren't you worried about the evidence when it comes to Miguel Cotto and Margarito? You're not worried about the evidence then. Because you have no evidence. You have a picture. And Ryan Garcia, the one that you're in denial about, you actually have a measurement. You actually have a test. You actually have a procedure. You actually have a protocol that was adhered to. You have a certain procedure that was administered by reputable, recognizable entities that are in charge of determining these banned substances and finding their presence in your body. You have everything, all the documentation there. You're still in denial about what's proven, but you're worried. But you're giving somebody credit for being cheated, and it was never proven. I don't know why people try to manipulate facts, bro. Cotto did not want to fight him initially. It's just a fact. It's just a fact, bro. It's literally there. You cannot manipulate history because of what you think. People make it seem like Miguel Cotto got cheated. It was proven, and he fought him again. That's not how it went down. He didn't fight him until 2011. The initial fight where he got cheated was in 2008. It was 3 years later. Why was it so long? Because Miguel Cotto refused to fight him. Bob Arum, who's on top rank with Margarito and Cotto were signed to, Bob Arum said that he wants him to fight. He wanted them to fight again. Miguel Cotto didn't want it because he didn't want to put money in a cheater's pocket. A cheater that was never proven to cheat. But when it sounds good to you, it doesn't matter about facts, right? It just goes about what sounds good. Shout out to Miguel Cotto once again. This is no indictment on Miguel Cotto. I think he should do what he's doing, and whatever he decided was fine because he got cheated. Why don't we keep the same energy for Devin Haney? And that's one thing that he said. So Cotto, he said Cotto ran it back immediately. He did not run it back immediately. The rematch happened 3 years, and he initially refused to fight him because he cheated. You dumbass. So Gabriel Rosado's an idiot. Then it gets better, chat. It gets better. So I want y'all to go watch this whole thing. So Gabriel Rosado said that Devin Haney sued for battery, right? I'm gonna show you why he's an idiot. Let me show you the definition of battery in the legal system, chat. Because a lot of people say this and it gets on my nerves, right? So I want to show y'all what the definition of battery is, chat. So Gabriel Rosado said that Devin Haney sued for battery, right? And he said, "Oh, it's a combat sport. How you gonna sue for battery?" I think you're confusing battery with assault. You dumbass. Battery has nothing. Every time you box, you're not committing battery against the person that you're fighting, bro. And I'm gonna show you why. Let me show y'all the legal definition of battery. Let me show you right here. Let me make sure that y'all can see this. So criminal battery, right? Criminal battery. Battery in a criminal context is the intentional and unlawful, emphasis on an unlawful, use of force or violence against another person, causing either physical harm or offensive contact. You know why this unlawful part is important? When Tank fights Ryan Garcia, when Shakur fights Josh Padley, when Beterbiev fought Bivol, there's nothing unlawful about their combat. In fact, it's the opposite. It's a complete contrary. It's absolutely lawful. They're fighting each other under the confines of that everybody is on the same playing field. It's an even playing field. There's no external factors. You know what makes it unlawful? It's unlawful when you use an illegal substance. You know what's an illegal substance? A PED. You know why PED is an illegal substance? Because it's banned. You know what banned means? Banned means unlawful. That would be synonymous with unlawful or illegal or not permitted. So that's what battery is in the legal system. It's not just, I'm committing battery because I'm fighting somebody. Floyd Mayweather didn't commit battery against Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez didn't commit battery against Edgar Berlanga. Clarissa Shields didn't commit battery against Danielle Perkins. That's not how it goes, you dumbass. Like, I don't know how many times to say it. Like, the dude is just stupid, bro. What he's thinking about is assault. And the reason why he's confused is because usually assault and battery goes together, right? When people talk about somebody beating on somebody and they get charges pressed against them, they usually say assault. He committed assault and battery. It's not just battery. And if you're in a fighting sport, it's legal. Every time somebody fights, if you're in a wrestling match and you're committing battery, So he's trying to make it seem, and that's what a lot of dummies do. They try to make it seem like if you lose a fight, you can sue somebody for battery. No, there's nothing illegal about the engagement that you guys are involved in. The part that makes it illegal is when you have a PEDs intentionally, when you have a banned substance intentionally. That's the unlawful part, brother. I don't understand. Like, the PEDs in the system made that fight unlawful. That's why he's able to get sued. You don't think that he has legal representation? You don't think, just like Ryan Garcia has lawyers, you don't think Devin Haney has lawyers? You don't think that he consulted the said lawyers and got it and was advised to sue? You think he just did it because he wanted to? I could guarantee that he probably didn't want to do it, but they convinced him that, hey man, you could get X amount of dollars and you have a large chance of winning this case, which is why Big Turk probably made him have to freeze the settlement, because they don't want... I don't know now. I'm just speculating. I will tell you when I'm speculating. I don't know. I'm thinking that he had to freeze the lawsuit in order to have the fight with Ryan Garcia, because maybe part of the lawsuit, it probably had language like, hey, you cannot be within a certain proximity of Ryan Garcia since you're in the middle of a lawsuit. Maybe you cannot work with him again up until the lawsuit is done. So maybe he had to freeze the lawsuit in order to get the rematch. And then people are still talking trash about that. It's like, bro, isn't he doing what you want him to do? The lawsuit is not going right now, right? It's pending, right? So I just think it's crazy, bro. Like I said, this man, he keeps saying battery. He's thinking of assault because he's a dumbass. But anyway, let me hit these comments, man. Go look at that. Go look at that interview. I think it's a pretty good interview. If you're listening, and shout out to Ness. I like the fact that he had... I'm not even gonna say Devin Haney's back, because I don't really see myself. I don't see myself as defending Devin Haney right now. I'm defending the truth and boxing. Why would, if you like the sport, and especially if you're a former fighter and you're a commentator and you're an analyst like Gabriel Rosado, why wouldn't you want to uphold the integrity of the sport? Why wouldn't you want to keep the sanctity of the sport and keep a purity level of the sport, a respect level of the sport? Why wouldn't you want that? Why are you defending a cheater because you don't like Devin Haney? I'm sorry, bro, but you just sound like an emotional schoolgirl, aka like you like an adolescent, bro. The fact that you dislike somebody so much that you are dismissing all type of logic because you're trying to prove a point that doesn't exist, you're emotional, aka
Nigga, you's a bitch.
Use a bitch, bro. Use a bitch. It is what it is, bro. There's no other way for me to describe that type of behavior. When you are consumed by emotions that you disregard and dismiss all types of logic, you're acting very. That's a lot of bitch assness. I'm not gonna lie. Let me hit this. Let me hit the comments, man. I apologize. We got Ryan Frazier, big member in the building. Shout out to my guy Oster in the building, big member in the building. I apologize. DR says Gabe acted like a drunkard. So I think that's how he always acts. I mean, he got punched on by everybody. You know what I'm saying? He got punched on by everybody. The man's stupid. You know what I'm talking about? Ryan Cotto was trying to do Margarito worse ahead. He talked to him from, bro. Hold on, Ryan. Bro, I need you to pull up today, bro. Because if I say it, people gonna say that I'm hating. My boy. Please face the pews. My boy Ryan Frazier, Boxing Talk Up North, is approaching the pulpit, man. He about to preach right now. Hold on. My boy says Cotto was trying to do Margarito worse than Haney.
Yeah.
And Bill doubled down and said he was the one who filed the lawsuit. Yeah. Not Devin.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. That's like getting mad at Lomachenko for filing an appeal when he lost to Devin Haney. And isn't that some sore loser weak stuff? Oh, but we don't talk about that appeal. What about when Vladimir Shishkin just appealed his loss to William Skull? Oh, we don't talk about that appeal. What about Artem Delakian when he just appealed his loss to Seigo Akui? We don't talk about that appeal. Oh, what about when Steve Cunningham tried to take Antonio Tarver to court? because he had PEDs in the system. We don't talk about that. So what Devin Haney, even with the lawsuit, even if it was Devin Haney, it's not unprecedented. He's not the trailblazer for suing somebody who did something wrong. Frank Warren's always, he's a boxing promoter. He's always suing somebody. Chris Eubank called him a scumbag. He took him to court. Anthony Yarr violated his contract. He took him to court. But when somebody else involved in boxing that you don't like, all of a sudden now it's going against the code. What's the code? To be a dumbass? I don't know that code. I don't know that code. I don't know that code. I don't know that code, cuz. Nah, I ain't never been that. So people about to make the color blue red watch. Hey, bro, facts, Oster. People about to make the color blue red. Bro, I'm telling you. There's nothing that he said that was substantiated. He just bloviated a whole bunch of BS, bro. And he thinks he's right. That's the scary part. It's okay. That's the thing. I want to be very clear, bro. Shout out to Gabriel Rosado, bro. I like him as a fighter because he fought everybody and he didn't back down. I don't like him because he's smart. And he demonstrated why. Because he's not smart. And it's okay to be dumb. But don't pretend not to be. If you're dumb, be dumb. He couldn't even finish a coherent, complete sentence. But he's trying to talk about the levels and toxicology and all this stuff. I remember, bro, when I dropped a video, I remember I was one of the first people that said Ryan Garcia is gonna get turned into a no contest. And people call me all types of dumb. People call me all types of racist. People call me all types of a fake doctor and all this stuff because I have my PhD. People be hating. Yeah, I really got my PhD. I'm really a doctor. We don't fake nothing around here. We get it out the mud. So everything I got, I earned. You feel me? Ain't no faking. We don't fake it till we make it. We just make it. You feel me? So. And that's not to brag, it just is what it is. But people will say all that stuff. When I said that Ryan Garcia would beat Devin Haney, I was called all types of sellouts by not everybody, you know, I'm not talking about everybody, but by some people that are black folks. They say, oh, not even just black folks, but people said I'm a sellout because I have the same complexion as Devin Haney, and I'm picking Ryan Garcia because I'm demonstrating self-hate or whatever because I just can't like sports. And then when I said that Ryan Garcia cheated, then those same people turned around and said, and it was, like I said, it wasn't just black folks or Hispanic folks or whatever folks, young folks, old folks, it was everybody, you know, so a little bit of between. Then they said, oh yeah, man, I'm just hating on Ryan Garcia because I don't like Hispanics. No, it's just because he cheated, bro. It's not hate. I mean, he failed the test. I'm not making this up out of thin air. That's the thing that he tried to make it seem like Devin Haney is the one that's in charge of the testing, bro. He took the test, he passed his test. Ryan Garcia failed his test. How are we blaming Devin Haney for what the New York State Athletic Commission decided? I don't get it, bro. Someone cheated and we're blaming the guy that got cheated for him cheating. What? Gabe was on, yeah, it was on the Boxer Voice. Yeah, that's where I saw. Yeah, like I said, shout out to Ness. He did the right thing, but I don't think he went hard enough. And that's his guess, you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know, I always like the Boxer Voice though, and I think they do a great job, you know. And like I said, shout out to Gabriel Rosado too. But I shout out to Gabriel Rosado as a fighter, but not as a commentator, not as a boxing intellectual or a boxing analyst or a pundit or aficionado. I think he's terrible. He's trash, just like the majority of commentators on the Zone. I like Sergio Moore, the Latin Snake. I like him too. I met him. He's a dope person. As an analyst, he's trash. Chris Mannix, as an analyst, he's trash. And the other guy that was talking trash and encouraging the nonsense towards Devin Haney and not giving him a fair shake and acting like Ryan Garcia is some type of hero or he's good because the crowd was cheering him on. He's also trash.
Know your fucking place, trash.
All of them are trash, bro. If you don't tell the truth, then you're trash. You are part of the reason why people are still questioning if Ryan Garcia really cheated. There's nothing to question, bro. It's literally there. You talking about, the levels. You know the level. You know the date. You know the substance. Amir Khan was on the same Osterine. He got 2 years and he lost to Kell Brook. He was suspended for he got banned for 2 years. He got suspended so long, he retired. He was so tired from his suspension, he retired. Do you realize that? People are gangbanging on Ryan Garcia for having a year of Osterine and saying it wasn't real and Osterine didn't do anything. Well, how come Amir Khan got suspended for 2 years? But you know where he got suspended in? He got suspended in England because they really care about boxing more than they care about how many followers you have on Instagram, what kind of girl you're dating, what kind of breakfast you're having. Right? That's not. Excuse me. That's a piece of hair. That's not love for the sport. That's love for a person. You're a goofy. You're infatuated with another man's nuts that you probably don't even know. Ryan Garcia will walk right past you like nothing, and you over here making up lies for him. Especially when you're a former fighter, especially when you're a current commentator, especially when you're a current analyst. just because you don't like Devin Haney. Bro, I don't like Teofimo Lopez. That's like me trying to say, oh, yeah, man, Teofimo's not a good fighter. He's not a champion. No, he's still a champion. I don't really care for Ryan Garcia, but he's still a good fighter. Why are you making up stuff? You don't have to like Devin Haney. I don't care for Devin Haney. I betted against Devin Haney. That don't mean he wasn't cheated. Why are we making up stuff? Because you're emotional. Like a baby back bitch. That's what it is, what it is, man. People always choose the race card when intelligence appears in conversation. Exactly, Oster. Exactly. It's like, bro, you know, y'all know what it is, man. I like Tank. I like Canelo. Those are two of my favorite fighters right now, actively. I like Juto Nakatani. I'm not going to say that, oh, Juto Nakatani is better than Naya Inoue. No, I think that he beats him. Those are two different conversations, right? That's an opinion. That's a preference. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you why I think that Juto Nakatani beats Naya Inoue. But as far as who's a higher caliber fighter, Juto Nakatani is not even unified, let alone undisputed in 2 weight divisions. How could I say he's better than Naya Inoue? That would be like a lie. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different things. We should know how to separate these things, you know? And it's just like when I talk about Ja Batalla and Gilberto Ramirez. Gilberto Ramirez has 2 belts. You know? So if I'm ranking them according to the 4 section, I know Ja Batalla has a Ring Magazine belt, but it's not one of the 4 sanctioned bodies, right? Ja Batalla has an IBF. WBC belongs to Badu Jack. Gilberto Ramirez has a WBA and WBO. So if I'm ranking them, I'm sorry, I put Gilberto Ramirez above him right now because he has 2 of the 4 belts. Now, if you ask me who I think is better, I would say, yeah, I think Ja Batalla may be the best at the cruiserweight division. But if I'm ranking them, accomplishments and achievements matter. You can't just take away things because you like or dislike somebody. So when he says, oh, if you go back, go listen to the interview. This man really tried to say that he has a better career than Devin Haney. Bro, I cannot make this. That's why I had to stop listening, bro. I had to stop listening today. I listened to the whole thing yesterday so I could give this content. But the man literally said that he was trying to argue Gabriel Rosado. Now, let me pull up Gabriel Rosado real quick. Let me know. Let me just make sure that y'all know who I'm talking about, because I know a lot of y'all may not know who Gabriel Rosado is. You know what I'm saying? He's a warrior. He's not a winner. Let's be very clear on that. Let me show you who Gabriel Rosado is. Let me show you who Gabriel Rosado is real quick. This is who Gabriel Rosado is. 26-17 and 1. He tried to argue on the Boxer Voice that his career is better than Devin Haney's. Motherfucker. Bro, I can't. Bro, he lost to Beck the Bully. Even though he did beat Beck the Bully, which was shocking, right? But then he lost. Beck the Bully got that back, right? He lost to Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. Not Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley J. Aura. remember Lil Wayne, Birdman, and Birdman J. Aura? He lost to Sugar Shane J. Aura. Not Sugar Shane, bro. Sugar Shane J. Aura. No disrespect to Sugar Shane Mosley Jr., but I'm just saying. He lost to Jaime Munguia. We already know that. He lost to Danny Magic Man Jacobs. We already know that. He lost to Masig Sulecki. We already know that. Diego Pacheco just beat. He lost to Martin Murray. We know that. He lost to Willie Monroe Jr. We know that. He lost to David Lemieux, the Canadian. Shout out to my Canadian brother and sister. We know that. He lost to Jamel Charlo. We know that. He lost to Peter Killen. Kid Chocolate, we know that. He probably shouldn't have lost to J. Leon Love. He lost to Triple G Gennady Golovkin. So these are super bad. We're not gonna assassinate his career now. He has more losses than that. You see 17 of them things. But this is a guy who tried to say that he has a better career than Devin Haney just because you don't like him. Stop it, bro. We're not gonna make up history, bro. We're not gonna forget history or make up history, bro. We're not gonna delete history, bro. That's what the colonizers used to do back then. They go and take over a civilization and destroy their library so they can forget who they are. They have no sense of belonging because they have no history. We're not going to manipulate history for you. Last time I saw Gabriel Rosado, true story. He was on the undercard. Tell me I'm lying, Oscar. We covered that fight. He was on the undercard of Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Danny Aguero in Miami. He fought a 4-round exhibition, and guess what he did? The bitch lost. I can't make this up, bro. I can't make this up, bro. Chat, bro. I can't make this up. I can't make. Tell me I'm lying, chat. We covered it. He was on the undercard of Guillermo Rigondeaux in Miami. I think it was like in November or December of last year. They fought in Miami. He fought Daniel Aguero. Guillermo Rigondeaux won. Gabriel Rosado fought a 4-round exhibition against a non-professional boxer, and he lost. But he says he's better than Devin Haney. Bullshit! Fuck out of here, bro. Triple G did it the worst way, and that's the thing. But yo, shout out to my boy Tay. Free Smoke, what it do? He said, I believe what goes around comes around, bro. Bro, it's crazy. 17 losses against killers matter, dog. Would you agree with that? That's not the point, Durant. And no, all of his 17 losses were not against killers. Stop it. So if they were against killers, Durant, so your statement, 17 losses against killers matter? Yes, it does matter. 17 he does not have 17 losses against killers. Let's get that out the way right now. Let's bring it back. So let me just debunk this, right? He's not accomplished, bro. He's not. We like him because he's a warrior, and he does not have 17 losses against killers. Beck the bullies. So let's pull this up. This is who we're calling a killer, chat. Triple G's a killer. Ali Akhmedov's a killer? I would think not. Beck the bully's a killer? I think not. Sugar Shay Mosley Jr.'s a killer? I think not. Jaime Munguia's a killer. He just got killed against Bruno Saras, so I think not. Danny Jacobs, that's a killer. Malish Masiej Suleki's a killer? I think not. Martin Murray's a killer. He's a good fighter. Is he a killer? I think not. Willie Monroe Jr. is a killer? Definitely not. He's a good fighter. I remember him. I believe he's from Chicago or something like that. Or no, Louisiana. I don't remember. But I remember he fought Triple G as well. Is he a killer? I think not. David Lemieux, that's a good fighter. Shout out to him. Is he a killer? Questionable. Jermell Charlo, that's a killer. Peter Killen, he's a good fighter. Is he a killer? Questionable. Gennady Golovkin, that's a killer. For sure. For sure. Hall of Fame killer. Derek Ennis, do you know him? I think not. Alfredo El Perro Angulo, is he a killer? He's a tough fighter. Is he a killer? That's debatable. Fernando Guerrero, definitely not a killer. Stop it. Joshua Onyengo, is he a killer? I think not. Chris Gray, is he a killer? I think not. So let's debunk that theory right now. He does not have 17 losses against 17 killers. Stop it. Fuck out of here. He has like 4 killers that he lost to. What happened to the other 13? He got beat by 13 ghosts. You don't know him? I don't know him. Well, I do know some of the people he lost to. But let's stop it, bro. Come on, bro. This man said he got 17 killers. Use a 17 gosh dang lie. He has like 3 killers on there. Stop it, bro. Jermell Charlo, Triple G. I'll give you David Lemieux and maybe Danny Jacobs. Everybody else, trash.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Fuck out of here, bro. But it does matter. Yes, it matters who you lose to. Devin Haney has 1 questionable loss, which is not even questionable. It's a no contest. The man was undisputed. There's nothing else to say. He was undisputed. Case closed. The more accomplished boxer is definitely Devin Haney. It is what it is. So, but that's not the point. But anyway, let's not get distracted, right? Because people will try to take a little. I'm not talking about you, Superman. I'm just speaking, right? But you got my gears going, right? People will take a little piece of the equation and try to make it seem like that's the whole thing. Nobody's disrespecting Gabriel Rosado. I like Gabriel Rosado because he's a warrior. But let's not let's not get it twisted. Let's not make a mistake. We don't like him because he's a winner. We like him because he's a bona fide, glorified loser. That's why we like him. If you want to be cutthroat and we want to talk the facts, we like him because he gets his butt whipped by everybody. He's willing to get beat on by everybody, catch the beats by everybody. He doesn't discriminate on who puts his hands in his face. He lets everybody beat him. That's why we like him. He don't care if you Canelo. He don't care if you're Caleb Plant. He don't care if you're Jermell Charlo. He don't care if you're Diego Pacheco. He don't care if you're ranked 20 or you're ranked 2. He'll let everybody get some. Yeah, it sounds like he might be a hoe. I mean, it might be a $2 hoe. Everybody get a piece. Let's be very clear, bro. We like Gabriel Rosado because he's a warrior that he's willing to get beat on by everybody. That's just a cold-hearted truth. Since we want to talk about facts and he wants to, we don't manipulate anything around here. I like Gabriel Rosado. I like him as a fighter. I do not like him as an intellectual at all. He's a dummy. Because he's going way too hard for no reason, bro. No reason, bro. He's talking about, oh, Devin Haney's on the undercard of Ryan Garcia. So is Teofimo. If you want to put it like that, it is really like a triple header, but they are literally on the undercard of Ryan Garcia. Why are you knocking that? Well, why is that a problem? Was Gabriel Rosado, when were you ever the headliner? Probably against Triple G, and Triple G beat your head in. I guarantee Devin Haney was a headliner way more times than Gabriel Rosado. So why is that even a talking point? You just trying to shit on the man. That's it. I can't respect that. Like, you're going to all these crazy lengths to just dismiss somebody that has nothing to do with you, bro. You were running your mouth just like everybody on the zone, and he took exception. He said something about it, and now you're mad and you're super in your feelings like it's love day, like it's Valentine's Day, and you ain't got a Valentine. Tuck in your feelings, man, and pull your skirt down, man. That joke is crazy, bro. If we really want to talk about it, let's talk about it. I'll talk about it all day. Gabriel Rosado, when it comes to being a upper epsilon fighter, a top-notch fighter, no, you're not that. You are closer to this.
Know your fucking place, trash.
And you should know your place. You feel me? So no one trying to hear that, bro. Like, it's not about Gabriel Rosado being a warrior. He's definitely a warrior. I cannot take that from him. He's a beast. That's why I liked him. But he's wrong on this case. He's exponentially wrong. It's ridiculous. I don't think you could be more wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is, dog. Like, even like I said, he got me talking about Cotto, and people will think that I'm dissing Cotto. No, Cotto is a beast. If somebody cheats you don't want to fight them, don't fight him again. But he making it seem like Cotto just ran back to the rematch and beat. No, Cotto did not want to fight this man. The rematch didn't happen until 3 years later. 3 years later. 3 years later, bro. That's a whole lot of days in between. The Cotto rematch of Margarito did not happen immediately. That's number one. Number two, which is most important, Margarito never got caught for cheating against Cotto. He got caught cheating against Sugar Shane Mosley, and everybody assumed that he cheated against Cotto too. And I'm one of those people that made that assumption. Yes, I think that Margarito cheated Cotto, but I also think that Ryan Garcia cheated Devin Haney. Why don't you? That's my issue right there. Why are you so quick to say, oh, Cotto cheated Margarito with no evidence, except some freaking little picture that had some red stains on it, which I think is sufficient enough for me, but it's not sufficient enough for anybody to prove anything, which is why he still has that fat ass L on his record. He doesn't have a no contest. Devin Haney has a no contest. You know why? Because it was proved that the guy cheated him. That's why it was turned into a no contest. Miguel Cotto still has that L because it was never proven that Margarito cheated against Miguel Cotto. That's just a fact. Whether you like it or not, whether you like me or not. That's a cold-hearted, cold-blooded, easy fact. And what's also a fact is that Miguel Cotto did not want to fight Margarito. He said, and I quote, "I don't want to put money in anybody's pocket who is an unfair fighter." And he said, and I quote, Margarito should not just be banned in the US. He should be banned everywhere. These are quotables. These are facts. So when you say Miguel Cotto wanted to get it back in blood against Margarito who cheated him, you are wrong and wrong. But it's okay to be wrong when you're speaking from emotion and you're an unintelligent, idiotic buffoon. It's okay to be wrong. Stupid ass, but you should be wrong and quiet. Stupid ass. It just gets on my nerves, bro. People try to manipulate facts and manipulate history, bro. You can't do it because we really watch boxing over here. You might fool those fools over there. You're not going to fool nobody over here because I won't allow it. Because we're going to talk about the facts and I'm going to bring up the documentation because it seems like you're allergic to truth. Little bitch, you better check your allergies. You better get you some medicine before you come over here. You better get you some Benadryl before you come over here. You better come strapped. You feel me? Your dumb ass. That's the problem today. Bad info, exactly. Cook. Thank you, Oster. Thank you, Oster. Shout out to my boy Kendrick in the building. Big member in the building. He said people always pumping bad info. Exactly, bro. Fake news, bro. That's what I told the man was spitting nothing but fake news on the whole duration of that interview. Nothing but fake news.
If you out here getting fake vagina on your fake jury, reality is reality.
Nothing but fake news. This is why I have that as an emote, Oster. We got to spam the fake news in the chat. Whenever we hear fake news over here, we spam fake news, bro. It's fake news, bro. Everything he said was completely erroneous. He wasn't even trying, and he couldn't even finish a complete thought. He was lying so much, and when he got caught, he was trying to switch the subject. That's the playbook for liars and idiots. Doc, is it really a conspiracy theory if a whole camp tests positive for PEDs? This is the thing, Tay. I agree with you, you know. But this is what I don't like to do. I do not like, if somebody's cheating, we could think he's cheating all day. You know, I've heard people say that Pacquiao was cheating. I don't believe it until I see a failed test. Do I think that it's suspicious? Of course, because he didn't want to take tests, right? But then he finally took it and it was straight when he fought Floyd Mayweather. So I just don't blame Floyd Mayweather for the fight happening late. I pay attention, so I see that if Pacquiao would have subscribed to the test, the fight would have happened earlier. However, he never failed the test, so I'd never say that Pacquiao cheated. And that, to me, that's one of the GOATs. So I'll never say Pacquiao cheated until you can show me documentation. Some people say Beterbiev cheats. Some people say that Beterbiev doesn't really get injured. He just fakes an injury so he can cycle off the PEDs and then fight. That's what people say. So, and do I believe it? No, because I'm a firm believer in innocence until proven guilty. However, when you do fail a test, and then you fail a B sample of a test, and then you lie about the substance that you took to fail a test, for the ashwagandha, the NutriBio, all this other stuff, whatever, you blame your trainer, you blame the other substances. Like, come on, bro, like you cheated, bro. I'm not going against the protocol because I don't go against the protocol when they found Canelo guilty. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm so consistent that it's kind of scary, bro. Like, you'll never hear me say that Canelo wasn't caught cheating with clenbuterol in his system. But you will hear me say that Canelo took his to court, something that Ryan Garcia didn't do. Now, settling for a settlement or having a settlement is not an admission of guilt, but it damn sure ain't a plea of innocence. You know who didn't settle? Alicia Bumgarner. She took it to court. That's why when she got caught cheating, they didn't change it to a no contest. Because when she got caught cheating, it was for training camp leading up to the fight. The test that she took for the night of the fight, it came back negative. It came back negative, which means that she was not cheating the night of the fight, which is why I was never overturned to a no contest. And she took it to court and proved that she did not do it intentionally. And I think that means something. Same with Canelo. He proved, he took it to court. And remember, he had like 18 months, a year and 6 months of suspension, right? Against Triple G. It was reduced significantly. So if your memory serves you correctly, which I know there's a lot of things that we deal with in life, so the memory can get a little bit jogged up, right? But that's why I'm here. That's why you're here, to hear what I have to say. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it funky. Canelo got caught with the clenbuterol in the system during training camp. He never tested positive during the night of the fight like Ryan Garcia did. And his initial suspension was 18 months. He took it to court and it got reduced to 6 months or 5 months, something like that. So the original date for the Triple G and Canelo rematch was in May, because Canelo typically fights in May, Cinco de Mayo weekend, right? We all know this. When did Canelo and Triple G fight the second time? They fought in September of that same year, because his sentence was so significantly reduced that him and Triple G could reschedule for later on that year. And he never got it changed to a no contest after he won, because he never tested positive the night of the fight. And it was reduced, and they were able to have that rematch that same year because he proved that he did not take it intentionally. The consumption was accidental. And I think that means something, because people can make mistakes. But Ryan Garcia wasn't a mistake. That's why he settled, because he thought that if he would have taken to court, he knew that the evidence stacked against him most likely would have made him lose, and it would have resulted in him getting a much harsher penalty than just that year that people are complaining about. Which is part of the reason why Devin Haney and his lawyers that he consulted advised him to take it to court, because that's going to be used as evidence against Ryan Garcia. Because if you thought you were so innocent, why didn't you fight it? Why did you settle? It does not look good to settle. I don't care what you're talking about. Why do you think people still accuse Kobe posthumously? They still accuse Kobe Bryant of inappropriately interacting with that girl in Colorado, because they settled. Settled, like I said, settling is not an admission of guilt, but it damn sure ain't a plea of innocence. So when you settle, it has a negative stigma on it. And that stigma is that you probably did it, bitch. Now, that's not always true. Like I said, it's not an admission of guilt, because sometimes you settle because it costs more to take it to court. That's a fact. You see what I'm saying? So there, like I said, so it's not an admission of guilt. Sometimes it does literally, it's cheaper to settle. You know, which is why I think Kobe Bryant settled, because it's cheaper to settle, not because he was guilty. Same with Ben Roethlisberger, the same way. He got 2 sexual misconduct, because I don't know if I can say RAPE on here without violating the terms, but he had 2 cases of sexual misconduct, and he settled in both of them. But no one says anything about that, huh? They sweep it under the rug. I wonder why. I wonder why. Yeah, okay, so. Education, research, debate are allowed. Stupidity not allowed. Fake news not allowed. Talk to him, Oster. Talk to him, Oster. Fake news is not allowed, brother. It's not allowed, bro. I don't mind. We could debate all day, but let's debate some real stuff. Let's debate who wins between Tank and Shakur. Let's debate who wins between Canelo and Benavidez. Let's debate who wins the third match between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, or Beterbiev and Bivol. Let's not debate whether or not Ryan Garcia cheated. That's not debatable. It's irrefutable, actually. It's a known fact he cheated. And what's indicative of him cheating? What's a testament to him cheating? The fact that he got suspended and the fact that the decision was changed from his victory to a no contest. You know who also got changed to a no contest? And this is why I said that Ryan Garcia was going to get changed to a no contest. And people said I was tripping. Keyshawn Davis, when he beat Nahir Albright, that was changed to a no contest. You know why? Because he had marijuana in his system. Not because marijuana is a steroid or a PED, but because in Texas, the location of the venue in which he fought Nahir Albright, in Texas, marijuana is a banned substance. So because it's a banned substance, it changed his victory to a no contest because he tested positive for said banned substance the night of the fight. And it's not a PED. So you better believe, regardless of the levels that you think they are, they may not be, or whether you believe that it's inconsequential or not, if it matters or not to you, the levels, you better believe that if you have a PED in your system, it's going to be changed to a no contest because marijuana, which is not even a PED, a performance enhancing drug, that was enough to overturn it to a no contest for Keyshawn Davis and Nahir Albright. But you ain't gangbang against that, though, because you don't have a problem with Keyshawn Davis or Nahir Albright. But you don't like Devin Haney. You feel compelled to pick a side between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. If you like Ryan Garcia didn't cheat. If you like Devin Haney, no, I don't know. If you like Devin Haney, then I mean, I don't even know what people say who they like Devin Haney. If you like Devin Haney, you make it seem like it's worse than what it is. I guess I don't know. I don't. That's not even accurate because I don't even. This is one thing where I don't think the Devin Haney fans are wrong about. You know, I don't even think they exaggerate. Now, I think I will say this: if you like Devin Haney, you would make it seem like I don't even know, bro. I don't even know because they right, bro. I would say if you like Devin Haney, you try to make it seem like he's invincible. I guess he's not invincible. I thought that he would lose. You know, and I will say this too: if Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney have a rematch, I think Ryan Garcia wins. I think I will bet on Ryan Garcia again. And I hate to say that because I'm not saying that from the standpoint or the perspective that PEDs don't matter. No, they matter. I just thought that Ryan Garcia was good enough to beat Devin Haney in the first place. Like I said, I put money on him in the first place. And I didn't know that Ryan Garcia was going to be on PEDs. So for my assessment, I think that Ryan Garcia is good enough to beat Devin Haney without PEDs because I never assessed him with PEDs. But that doesn't change the fact that he had PEDs when he fought him. It is what it is. These things are not mutually exclusive, bro. They on the Carissa now about weed. No. Carissa already proved her innocence. That was already dismissed, Oster. Yep. So that was already dismissed. It was dismissed because she was wrongly accused. You know, people don't want to talk about the dismissal. You know, I'm talking about that. That was like 2 days ago. I talked about it. I don't think you were here though. But yeah, they dismissed it because that's the thing. Clarissa Shields she's the biggest fighter on that card, right? So they tried to highlight that. But you know, there was like 4 out of the 6 fighters tested for positive for marijuana. You know why? Because recreational use of marijuana is allowed in Detroit. So even though you can't do it professionally as a fighter, it was in the building. The venue was full of smoke. So as you know, Oster, you a grown ass man. You an intelligent brother. Salute to you. You could test positive for marijuana due to secondhand smoke. That's why they ask you when they test for marijuana, whether it's for a job or you on parole or whatever it is, they ask you, or probation or whatever it is, don't they ask you, oh, have you been to any parties where there was a lot of weed smoke? Have you ever were you in a vicinity in the last 30 days or 20 days or 2 weeks where there was a lot of smokers in the area in close proximity to you? You know why they ask you that? Because you could get contaminated. And that's what happened to Clarissa Shields. It wasn't in her system beyond a reasonable doubt that it wasn't from contamination in the arena, just like everybody else. And that's why it was dismissed. Because the amounts and the levels that Gabriel Rosado is trying to talk about, they weren't significant enough to substantiate a claim to say that she was smoking weed prior to the fight and intentionally ingesting it or consuming it in her body. It was from the smoke that was in the arena that night. But people don't like facts, though. They just like to go with headlines and just go off the cliff. You know what I'm saying? I wish some of these people, instead of metaphorically jumping off the cliff, I wish they would actually jump off that motherfucking cliff with your dumb ass. Pugilism was good. It was only a matter of time before Haney got exposed. I don't think that's exposed. You can't expose somebody if you're on PEDs, Pats. So, I mean, it's up to you, bro. I mean, you can think what you want to think. That's up to you. I mean, you just sound crazy. Should people keep their wives because it's cheap? That's true. That's true. My bad. I'm trying to scroll up and catch some messages, man. The whole team Canelo cheat. Yeah. I ain't gonna, like I said, I don't think Canelo's a cheater. Like I said, he did get caught cheating before, but I think it means something when you go to court and you prove your innocence. It shows that you're using your resources and you really believe that you did do it. He really went off of a fake IG post. Yes, Ryan, he went off a fake bro, it's so sad, bro. This is a guy that's getting paid to commentate boxing, bro. This is a guy who's getting paid to be an analyst on boxing, a media member in a paid capacity to where we expect to get the truth from him, and he's going off a fake IG post. That shows the level of diligence that he has, the level of how meticulous he is, or lack of meticulous. You know what I'm saying? His lack of even ability to discern between what's real and what's fake. His lack of even desire to be meticulous. His lack of desire to even be accountable. He just went off an IG post and just ran off with it. Ran off with a plug twice. That was sad because I just went in brawly mode on a bunch of these trolls on that IG. But shout out to you, Ryan. You got to hold it down, bro. You got to hold. And this, like I said, once again, this is not. I'm not defending Haney. I honestly don't even feel like I'm defending Haney, bro. I'm defending the truth, and that's what we need. That's what we need, man. Because you have a lot of jackasses like Gabriel Rosado and others that try to manipulate a narrative that's just not true. It just happens to be with something that's as whimsical and meaningless as boxing, but they do that in life. They do that in life, bro. Intelligent people understand this. See, Doc, simplicity explain. Can't deny facts. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Oster. That's it. Like, people will say, "Oh, you're defending Haney." No, I'm not, bro. I'm telling you the truth. If the truth happens to align with Devin Haney, so be it. If the truth aligns with Ryan Garcia, so be it. It is what it is. No one's saying that Osterine doesn't matter when Alexander Povetkin just got 10 years for it. He got a whole, he got a whole murder bid. You stab somebody, you might not even get a decade. Hey, Oster. Hey, Oscar. If you run down and stab somebody right now, you might not get 10 years in prison. This man, Alexander Povetkin, got 10 years. And you know what one of the banned substances were that they found in the system? Osterine. The same Osterine that was in Amir Khan's system when he got 2 years. The same Osterine that was in Ryan Garcia's system when he got a no contest and a year. You dumb motherfucker. No one's gangbanging on Alexander Povetkin. Where's everybody saying, oh, no, this isn't right. Free Alexander, free Alexander. Because nobody cares about Alexander, but you care about Ryan Garcia. Why? Because you're infatuated with his nutsack. You're infatuated with his genital area, and you don't even know him. Brush off your knees and wipe your chin, bitch. Because that's exactly what you look like. There's nothing to deny. There's nothing to deny, bro. It's an irrefutable fact. It's clear as day. You just don't want to see it, you know? When you blind by hate, when you got on hate blinders, I mean, you gonna see what you want to see. You gonna see what you want to see, bro. There's nothing opinionated by anything I said in regards to Ryan Garcia and him cheating. There's nothing opinionated. If you think it's opinionated, then that just shows what kind of person you are. You're in denial, and you overall you just. I'm gonna let Nicki Minaj say what you are. Let me change that for you, Kendrick. I know you're a smart, intelligent brother. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think this time it's appropriate. I'm gonna change what you just said. He said, "I still think Garcia deserved a longer suspension." No, I'm gonna change that. You know Garcia deserved a longer suspension. You ain't no thinking. You know. You ain't no thinking. You know. Ryan Garcia got suspended for a year. He don't fight more than a year anyway. He don't fight more than once a year anyway. I could always tell when people are acting stupid simply by their agendas. Yep. Was it that Russian heavyweight? Yeah. Bro, Alexander Povetkin, he just got 10 years worth of fights wiped clean. Everybody that lost to Alexander Povetkin for the last decade, they literally got their win back. Their loss erased because they did a thorough investigation and found out that he was cheating, and they applied it to 10 years worth of fights retroactively. That's crazy, right? And guess what? One of the main substances that were listed in that investigation, it was Osterine. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, if you just pay it, bro, God, I can't even take, bro, I swear God has a sense of humor, bro. God has a sense of humor, bro. And if you bring that up to Gabriel Rosado, he's not even going to know what you're talking about. And it's not because he's trying to lie and try to manipulate. He's just that dumb. He's just that dumb. He doesn't even know. Alexander Povetkin got suspended for 10 years. 10 years worth of victories were wiped clean and erased because he cheated. And one of the substances that are listed in that investigation is Osterine. Oh, I didn't even. Oh, my bad. Did I also mention? Oh, my bad, Kendrick. Did I also mention? I forgot to mention. Not only did he get 10 years wiped clean, he's suspended for 4 years. So it's a total of 14-year bid he's doing for Ostarine. And some other substances too, but one of the main ones were Ostarine. He can't fight for another 4 years. And let's go back to what Kendrick just said. I still think Garcia deserved a longer suspension. Alexander Povetkin got 4 of them things. 4. Ryan Garcia got 1. So you tell me why you're mad. You should be happy that if you're a Ryan Garcia fan, you should be happy that he got a year. Because Amir Khan got 2 of them things. And he lost against Kell Brook. And he still got suspended for 2 years. For what? Ostarine. Bro, it's too easy, man. Y'all make it too easy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all can't, bro. I wish Gabriel Rosado would come on here. I cook his stupid ass. Oh, bro. I wish some of these goofies that I hear on other platforms would dare come over here. Oh my goodness, bro. I cook you so good. I cook you so good. You gonna want to fight me. I ain't gonna lie. You gonna want to fight me, man. I'm gonna just make you feel. I'm gonna make you look. I'm gonna make you feel as dumb as you look and sound. Because I think that's appropriate. We shouldn't let. That's a job of a lion, bro. You know what a lion's job is? It's not to roar. It's not to have a pride. It's not to make babies. It's to remind every single day. Remind the gazelle that you're a gazelle. Because that's a problem. It's okay to be a gazelle, but you should not be a gazelle and walk around like you're a lion. That's a problem. That knocks the whole nature. That messes up the circle of life. You got to know your role, brother. So it's okay to be dumb, but don't pretend to be smart. If you're a warthog, be a warthog. If you Pumbaa, be Pumbaa. If you're Timon, be a meerkat, be Timon. If you're Rafiki, be Rafiki. A mandrill, not a baboon. He's a mandrill. You know what I'm saying? That's just another fact. A lot of people get confused. But anyway, if you're a cheetah, be a cheetah. If you're a lion, be a lion. But don't be no gosh dang tiger if you're a koala bear. You got to know your role, bro. And a lot of these people be talking like they're smart and they freaking idiots. Imbeciles. Maggot brain buffoons. That's what a lion's job is. A lion's job is to remind every single time he goes to the water hole, the zebra's supposed to move. The wildebeest's supposed to move. The giraffe's supposed to move. Everything's supposed to move because you're not a lion. So back up. This is not your jurisdiction, brother. You might be a lion in the ring. When it comes to this, sit this one out, bro. You dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. I believe in any sports events, if you intentionally take PEDs, you should be banned like that. I agree. But I'm not even mad at it. What I'm mad at, Oster, if you don't get a lifetime, that's cool. That's cool. But don't complain and make it seem like it's somehow you were cheated. Bitch, you cheated. How are you? No, bro. You're not the victim here, bro. You're the bully. The PED bully. The weight bully. The unprofessional bully. The lack of accountability bully. and the idiot bully because you got caught. So stupid ass, you got caught cheating, no dumbass. You can't even cheat right. I don't know, dog. Last week I see the pig check a full size bull. hey, that don't mean sometimes. Hey, that might be a gangster pig, but it's still a pig though. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, it might be gay. Sometimes a zebra sometimes a zebra kick the lion too. I'm not saying you can't fight back, but the zebra no. Hey, it ain't no lion. You ain't gonna see no zebra try to attack a lion trying to eat it. You might see it defend itself. Oh, man, it's too funny, man. Young Gun says Gabe was talking facts. If Devin fought the names he did, career would probably be over. Yeah, you sound dumb as hell. Gabe had a run of 5 champions and 6 fights. Triple G, Claudy. You said Joshua Claudy? You dumb as hell. Quillen. Peter Quillen. You don't even know these guys' names. Charlo Lemieux, all champs. Yeah, you sound dumb as hell. I mean, okay, then Kambosos is a champ. Lomachenko's a champ. Jorge Linares is a former champ. Oh, but you don't know that because you don't really watch boxing. So Gabe is not talking all facts. You just named 5 people. He has 17 losses. Give me the other 12. I'll wait. Because you know you just Googled that because you don't know off the top of your head. I can tell by the way you're talking. Shout out to Young Guns, so that's my guy. But yeah, go ahead and but I ain't gonna lie, I gotta call it for what it is, bro. That statement that you just made was silly as hell.
You dumbass.
So Gabriel Rosado doesn't have 5 losses. Newsflash. Hey, Oster, how many losses does Gabriel Rosado have again? No, matter of fact, sorry, Oster, sit this one out, please. You too smart for this question. Oh, Oscar, you too smart for this question. Kendrick, you too smart for this question. Young Guns, how many? Because since you want to talk about the 5 people that he fought, how many losses does Gabriel Rosado have again? Does he have 5 losses? Does he have 10 losses? Does he have 15 losses? So he doesn't have 5 losses. He doesn't have double that in 10 losses. He doesn't have triple that in 15 losses. He has 17 losses. So you just gave me 5. What about the other 12? I'll wait. Yeah, like I said.
You dumbass.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Gabe trying to run it with Berlanga next. Exactly. He just came off of a loss in a 4-rounder against a semi-pro. Stop you, but you didn't know that, right? He just fought on Guillermo Rigondeaux's undercard in Miami against Danny Aguero. Go look it up. He lost a 4-round exhibition against a guy who's not a pro boxer. Go look it up, bro. I ain't got no reason to lie. But that's the killer who has a better career than Devin Haney. I'm not saying Gabriel Rosado's not tough. He's tough. That's why we like him. We don't like him because he wins. We like him because he's tough. He also lost to Beck the Bully. Melikuziev. You forgot that one, huh? He also lost to Willie Monroe Jr. You forgot that one, huh? You forgot that one, huh? How many lost to former champions? Fuck out of here. Gabe's career is over, so what's the point? The point is that people don't like Devin Haney, and so they're trying to side with anybody that speaks out on him, no matter how dumb and nonsensical and retarded it sounds. They don't care. They just don't like Devin Haney. Like, bro, I'm not a Devin Haney fan either. That don't mean that we're gonna change the truth. I think Devin Haney's a good fighter. If you don't think he's a good fighter and accomplished fighter, then that means you're emotional. It is what it is. You're just emotional. You can't take away people's accomplishments from them. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo has had some racist outbursts. I've never say that, oh, Teofimo didn't beat Josh Taylor. Oh, Teofimo didn't beat Lomachenko. Oh, Teofimo's not a good fighter. No, you just sound like an emotional little biatch. I mean, there's other things. There's real topics and real subjects in the world that you could get emotional about. Why are you getting emotional about boxing to the point where you are manipulating the truth? The truth is Devin Haney's a good fighter, whether you like him or not. Shakur Stevenson's a good fighter, whether you like him or not. Tank's a good fighter, whether you like him or not. Canelo's a great fighter, whether you like him or not. Whether he fights David Benavidez or not. David Benavidez, if you like Canelo and you don't like David Benavidez, he's a good fighter, whether you like him or not. Floyd Mayweather was a great fighter, whether you like him or not. Manny Pacquiao was a great fighter, whether you like him or not. Why are you trying to manipulate things? Gabriel Rosado with 17 losses, he's not a good fighter, whether you like him or not. He's a tough fighter. He's a fighter's fighter. He's a warrior. He's not a winner. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. It's just a harsh truth. It's so funny that people will come out and say, oh, Charles Barkley never won a championship. Well, he's a Hall of Famer and he's a MVP. What did Gabriel Rosado accomplish besides fighting and losing? Well, we're so quick to say what these other people did in other sports, and we just overlook their accomplishments. Tell me an accomplishment that Gabriel Rosado had. Tell me, what accomplishment does he have? You're the accomplishment that Young Guns just listed was his losses. He's an accomplished loser. Okay, cool. I like Gabriel Rosado as a fighter. This is not a knock on him as a fighter. I think Gabriel Rosado is dope. If you come to my channel, you know that. That doesn't mean that he's right. I like Floyd Mayweather. I thought him fighting Conor McGregor was bullshit. I still think it's bullshit. I don't think that Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion, I thought that 50-0 should be 49-0 because I don't think Conor McGregor should have counted. That was his first fight. But it is what it is. But I'm not going to change that. I like Floyd Mayweather, but I still didn't approve of that fight for me. But it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what the boxing world thinks. And then Francis Ngannou counted on Tyson Fury's record. You know what I'm saying? Francis Ngannou counted on Anthony Joshua's record. So it is what it is. But do I like it? No, I'm not going to. But just because I like Floyd Mayweather, I'm not going to make it seem like that was a good fight because Floyd Mayweather's involved. But that's how some of you emotional goofballs do. This guy's trying to argue with me that Gabriel Rosado's a good fighter. Bitch, where? The man, come on, bro. The man lost to Jaime. Man, stop it, bro. Anyway, shout out to Albert. He says, just 2 more weeks till the Norman Jr. versus Cuevas. Yeah, Derek Cuevas. That's going to be a good fight, man. I think Derek Cuevas, I think people sleeping on Derek Cuevas. I was watching an interview with him, and I didn't fully watch any older fights, but I got to do my due diligence and watch some more fights of his. But I'll be looking at all the interviews, man. I like his demeanor, and he looks like he's very serious, man. I'll wave the American flag for this card. It's gonna be a good one, man. I think Brian Norman Jr. is gonna win. Don't get me wrong. I think it's gonna be a pretty good fight. He only accomplished being in Creed. Exactly, and he got his ass whooped in that too. They couldn't even. Hey Tay, they couldn't even fake a win. Bumbuck.
Me blood clot.
He got his ass whooped in fact and fiction. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have put that in my contract, but hold on, bro. Nah, bro. I done took a lot of whoopings to get here, man. Y'all gotta at least let me win a couple. You know what I'm talking about? It's a fake movie. Can I win in an alternate universe? That man couldn't even win in an alternate timeline. In Infinity War, when Doctor Strange was sitting there going through all the possibilities of how they won, and they won only one. There was only one outcome where they won. It was like 1 in 14 million. That's Gabriel Rosado right there. He got to go get the time stone and go holler at Doctor Strange for him to get a win. Yeah, he got to go through gosh dang 50,511,352 different scenarios for he could get a win. Bum, fuck out of here. Doc, he does have 5 or 6. It doesn't matter, bro. 5 or 6 is not 17. Young Gun, stop it, bro. He has 17 losses, bro. Stop trying to make Gabriel Rosado into a good fighter. He's not. Stop it, bro. I don't care how many split decisions. He could have had 17 split decision losses. You a 17 split decision loss bum. Freak out of here, bro. And he's not a bum. I shouldn't say that because I like Gabriel Rosado. He's not a bum as a fighter. I take that back. But now you got me talking. So now he's a bum right now for this conversation. You know what I'm saying? If Ryan Garcia is not a cheater, then Gabriel Rosado's a bum. Yeah. If Ryan Garcia didn't cheat, and then Gabriel Rosado's a bum. Facts. Talking about he lost split decisions, 17 of them things. So he don't have no stoppages. Stop it, bro. He got stopped like 4 times. Fuck out of here. The movie won't be believable if you win in the movie. Facts. I just can't respect that, bro. I can't respect that. I have to say the truth. Like I said, shout out to the Boxer Voice and shout out to Des. He did his thing, man. He definitely combated, and offered some truth. And he was very respectful, but I thought he was too respectful, man. Because Gabriel Rosado was getting disrespectful and he was saying it off of baseless nonsense. Dog, we glorify Gotti for being up. Shout out to my guy Young Guns, man. Dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter.
These biscuits.
Young Gun says, "Don't we glorify Gotti for being?" Bro, rest in peace, Arturo Gotti. Bro, bro. I want to be very clear, Young Guns. I'm not saying Gabriel. That's the thing. That's the thing. You cannot speak on a topic without people thinking that you're saying something that I wasn't saying. I did say he was a bum just now because I got a little passionate, but I was reaching. I like Gabriel Rosado. No one's saying that he shouldn't be praised, bro. We praise him. I'm just making sure that we know why we praise him, why we like him. We like him because he fights everybody, not because he's a winner. Let's not manipulate the truth. We're not going to do that, bro. Not over here. I'm not saying Arturo Gotti, rest in peace, but he had a trilogy with Mickey Irish Ward. That wasn't some Beterbiev and Bivol trilogy. No, Mickey Ward and Arturo Gotti, it was exciting. We were excited for the trilogy because there were 2 fighters on the same level that fought each other and they brought us good explosive fights. Not because they were the top of their division. Let's not mistake that, bro. That trilogy was good because they were a good matchup stylistically for each other. They were not the cream of the crop. Artur Beterbiev and Bivol, that was a good fight because we saw 2 fighters going at it in a rematch in a potential trilogy who were at the top of their game. They were undefeated and they're formidable and they beat respectable people on their resume. Gabriel Rosado doesn't fit that bill at all. He's not a top fighter, never been a top fighter, doesn't beat a great people, never beat a great person, and he couldn't even win in a fictional movie called Creed. We like him because he was a participant. We don't like him because he was a winner. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. And I wasn't even assassinating his character in the ring. What I was saying is that we know him as a fighter and I like him as a fighter. I don't like him as a commentator because he's trash and he just proved why he's trash because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He could not finish a coherent, complete sentence in that entire duration of that interview. Did you not watch it? Go watch it, bro. Then you go see what I'm talking about. Every time he tried to make a point, he could not finish it. Not because he can't complete a sentence. I'm not saying he's dumb in that regard. I'm saying because he didn't have a substantiated argument to make. And every time he tried to make one, he would stop mid-sentence and go to another place because he ran into a roadblock because he realized even in his own incompetent head that he wasn't making sense. So he tried to switch it up. It's nothing more irritating to see a person who's dumb try to convince other people that he's not. Bitch, you dumb. Be dumb. It's okay. That goes back to my analogy with lions and gazelles. It's okay to be a gazelle. Gazelles are fast. They're elegant. They jump high. They got horns. They live in groups. There's a lot of pluses to being a gazelle. but you just not a lion, bro. That's okay. But over here, we're gonna make sure that the gazelles know they're gazelles, and the lions know they're lions, and the pumbas know they're pumbas, the warthogs, the cheetahs know they cheetahs. You know what I'm saying? A cheetah is fast. There's a lot of pluses to being a cheetah. You fast. You know what I'm talking about? You could outrun everything. You got spots. You look pretty, but you're not a lion. If a cheetah tries to roar like a lion, you're gonna look out of place. And if a lion tries to run fast like a cheetah, you gonna look out of place. You should know your role, bro. In that discussion that we had yesterday, or that they had in that interview, you know what Gabriel Rosado's role was? It was the role of trash.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Just know your place, bro. We're not gonna make stuff up, bro. We're not gonna make stuff up, bro. I like Rosado. Nothing wrong with Rosado. I like Gotti in War too. Gotti was not a cream of the crop fighter, bro. It just what we like Gotti and Ward because they were exciting fights between two evenly matched fighters. Not because they were the cream of the crop. We're not changing history, bro. I don't care. Like, no, we're gonna call the truth what it is. It is what it is, bro. We're not gonna make things up, bro. Know why Ville says facts. Gotti and Ward were both C+. But exactly. And we love that trilogy. To me, Gotti and Ward is so dope because it shows that you don't have to be the two best fighters to make an exciting fight. That's what that was an example of. That's why I like the idea of Pro Box, right? Pro Box has good fighters. That's what they sell their product off of, right? We may not have the top build guys. We may not have Cinnamon. We may not have Tank. We may not have Terrence Crawford. We may not have Alexander Usyk. But we have good matchmakers, and they're gonna make for exciting fights. That's still important for people who actually like boxing. They just don't like the favorite fighters Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's important to some. It's not important to everybody. So that's all I'm saying. Gabriel Rosado was definitely excited. I would watch Gabriel Rosado fight 10 times out of 10. I like him as a fighter, but we're not going to change him into a good fighter. He was never, ever, ever a good fighter. He's a game fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a game fighter. He's a willing fighter. He's not a winning fighter. He's a willing fighter, not a winning fighter. We're not going to change history, bro. And if he was here, I'll tell him that too. I wish he would see this and come up. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel Rosado's name is Vladimir Hernandez. Come on, bro. Talk to him. Come on, man. No, but it does. No, we do care pugilism because that's the point of the conversation. The point of the conversation, if you watch the interview, Gabriel Rosado tried to say that he had a better resume and a better career than Devin Haney. That's what he said out his mouth. So we're not just attacking him. He's not a victim here. He did this to himself. He's delusional, deluded. He said he had the audacity. Even if you think that, bro, you got to be an audacious individual to have 17 losses and try to say that you have a better career than Devin Haney. You just don't. That's equivalent to Steve Kerr saying he had a better career than Michael Jordan. No. He had a couple good moments. You may have a better coaching career. He might have a better commentating career than Devin Haney. Not as a fighter in the boxing ring. Not in that square circle, you don't. That don't mean you don't like Gabriel Rosado more. If you want to say, hey, I'd rather watch a Gabriel Rosado fight than a Devin Haney fight, say that. That's cool. I wouldn't gangbang against that. Gabriel Rosado might be a more exciting fighter. More accomplished? Hell no. Higher caliber? Hell no. Been involved in more meaningful fights? Hell no. Gabriel Rosado is a gatekeeper. He's a resume builder. Okay, now. Come on, man. I can't rock with the low skill and all-out brawl style. It was kind of like Pitbull's last fight, I guess. Against Angel Fierro. I actually like that. That's the thing. I know Ville. I know why Ville. I'm not knocking it, right? You like what you like. You don't. You know, and that's okay. Like when people say Shakur is a boring fighter, that's okay. But Shakur is a good fighter too. That's my only issue with people when they say like talk about Shakur. You say he's boring. Okay, I get it. You know, it's like I like to make cross references in sport, right? In basketball, it's exciting to watch Lob City and the Clippers, right? With Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, and them. That's exciting. Jamal Crawford. It's exciting. They're more exciting to watch than the San Antonio Spurs were with Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and them. They play a more fundamental style of basketball. But what you can't say is that the San Antonio Spurs aren't good because they're not exciting. Those are two separate things. So with Shakur, it's okay to say Shakur is boring, but you cannot say he's not good. He wouldn't be an undefeated champion if he wasn't good. That's my I'm a Tank guy. Let me pull out my GTD chain. Hold on now. Let me pull out my GTD chain. I'm a Tank guy. I think Tank beats them all. But I want to see Tank versus Shakur because if anybody could beat Tank, I think it's Shakur. Even though I think Tank beats Shakur, because just like with Shakur, if anybody beats Shakur, I think it's Tank. I'm just a guy that I think Tank beats him. But I could appreciate every style. So when Pitbull, I think Pitbull's an exciting fighter. You know, I liked him versus Angel Fierro, but I agree with you, and you're not wrong when you say that wasn't the sweet science, right? It wasn't hit and don't get hit. That was just hit. That was closer to gosh dang power slap. But I appreciate that. It's like Jaime Munguia. I love watching Jaime Munguia because he blocks with his face. He's exciting. I'm not immune to excitement. It's just that I also appreciate the sweet science part too. The artistic part too, where you're flowing, you know what I'm saying? And you're moving and you're making it look smooth like butter. You know what I'm talking about? Not mantequilla butter. Not mantequilla Gonzalez at Edgar Berlanga. He looked like butter. He take it look like butter, literally. He looked smooth like butter in his body. You know what I'm talking about? A soggy body out there looking like my boy Tyson Fury, the gypsy king of obesity. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, I think there's a place for everything, you know? I like when they slug it out. You know, I liked Hadia Herrera's fight against Macias. They were just going at it, you know what I'm saying? Being the tough man competition. But I also like Floyd Mayweather, his defensive elusive style. I like Manny Pacquiao's agility. I like Bivol's footwork. I like Beterbiev pressure, walk him down. I like Benavidez hand speed and pressure, constant pressure. I like Canelo's head movement. I like Terrence Crawford's counter punching ability. There's just different styles, bro. I think that people can't look beyond themselves. They personalize everything, bro. You cannot like something and that thing that you don't like could still be good. You feel me? I could not like Shakur Stevenson. That don't mean that he's bad. Those ideas are not synonymous. I could not like Gervonta Tank Davis. That don't mean he's bad. That's why I don't listen to Paulie Malignaggi, another dumbass. I don't listen to him at all. But I used to only not listen to him when he talked about Canelo and Tank because he gets too emotional. It's so obvious, painfully obvious that he's emotional about these two gentlemen that he's clearly jealous of and envious of. That is just exhausting. I cannot listen to him when he talks about Canelo and and Gervonta Tank Davis because his boxing acumen and thought process goes out the window. He just speaks off emotion, you know. And to me, when the only thing that's almost as bad as somebody that's just as bad as somebody who's obsessively infatuated with the person, that's a groupie, is the opposite. When they're hating, like you're obsessively hating on a person, you're just a fan too. I don't think people realize that. Like, Paulie Malignaggi is Tank's and Canelo's biggest fan. He's one of their biggest fans. He doesn't even know it because that's what hate does to you. When you're constantly talking about somebody, you are a fan of them. Whether you're a fan, Floyd Mayweather said it best. Whether you're watching me to see me lose or you're watching me to see me win, bitch, you watching. If you really didn't like Canelo and Tank like that, you wouldn't watch him. It's so many. Like if you go to a press conference of Canelo, go look at Canelo's press conference against William Skull. How many people were at a press conference? This is not the fight. You don't have to watch a press conference. They're just going to get up there and talk for 30 minutes. And then they're going to get up and walk the hell off. And you're watching it at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. When you could be studying, you could be working on a project, you could be bettering yourself, you could be exercising, you could be on a date with the girl you like. But no, you're watching Canelo to complain about Canelo. How dumb are you, bruh? How many people are in the press conference of Tank versus Lamont Roach just to complain about how bad this fight is and they still watch it? You know what I do when I don't like something? I don't watch it. I don't consume it because I don't like it. Bro, I paid for a movie before and walked the freak out because it was trash. Some people will sit in that same movie and complain about the movie the entire time. And then go watch it again just to complain about it some more. And then go to the forum with people that like the movie just to talk trash about the movie. Bitch, if you don't like it, why are you wasting your time? Because you're a hater, bro. I can't relate to that. I got shit to do today. You feel me? I can't relate to that, bro. I can't relate to hate, bro. I can't relate to hate. I don't even know how to spell that one syllable, 4-letter word. I can't relate to it, bro. I ain't never been no hater. I'm not going to watch something just to hate on it. Now, if I'm watching something and it's a boring fight, I'm going to keep watching it because that's what I do right here. And I'm going to critique it. But I'm not, like, you don't hear me talk about Chris Billiam-Smith and Richard Riakporhe all day because I didn't like their fight. I don't talk about Teofimo and Jermaine Ortiz all day because I don't like their fight. I don't talk about Shakur Stevenson and Edwin De Los Santos all day because I don't like their fight. I just said it was trash and I don't watch it again. I would never watch that again. Some people watching it right now just to complain. Just to find more angles to complain. Doc, why nobody talk about the real boogeyman, Albert Bell? I got to see him more. Man. I gotta see more of Albert Bell. Yeah, we do need to talk about him more though. Yeah, I agree. Tank versus Shakur is the definition of 50-50. Yep, talk to him, Bill. Paulie got random hate for everybody. You feel me? You feel me? And be bloviating and shit. Pauline, yeah, Pauline. I like that. Tufo in the building. What's good, brethren? Guy right there, man. Shout out to Tufo, man. Pauline be talking like he used to be selling the T-Mobile Arena out and fighting back-to-back Hall of Famers, beating them or something. Exactly. Like, bro, we not gonna forget, bro. I watched Paulie Malignaggi fight, and I like Paulie Malignaggi, but I was there. Well, not literally there, but I remember watching it when Buddy McGirt threw in the towel because Ricky Hatton was tapping that ass. Oh, Ricky Hatton, yeah, Hitman Hatton, and there's no shame in that because Ricky Hatton's a Hall of Famer. But if you tapping out, I know he was mad. Let's be fair, he was mad when Buddy McGirt threw in the towel. But if your trainer got to throw in the towel for you against Ricky Hatton, Tank can knock your head off. Shakur beat your face in. We don't even want to talk about Canelo. I'm just saying. And you don't have to be, I mean, I'm not a boxer, you know, and I critique boxers too. So definitely they have a right to critique it. But what Gabriel Rosado was doing was not even fair. What Gabriel Rosado was doing was conjuring up BS and trying to make it like a reality. You know, shout out to my guy Young Guns. I want to be very clear. And that was a great super chat by you, by the way. Thanks for the support. But I'm not knocking Gabriel. Like I said, I like Gabriel Rosado, man. I do like him as a fighter. I do not like him as a commentator. He's trash. It is the majority of the DAZN commentators are trash. Chris Mannix is trash. Sergio Moore is trash. I like Sergio Moore as a fighter too, the Latin Snake. You know what I'm saying? But I met him, had a great conversation for like 20 minutes. He was encouraging me to keep going as a boxer when I was an amateur boxer. You know, shout out to him. I like him, but that doesn't change the fact that he says a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense while he's commentating. I feel like if you talk about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia and you do not mention the PEDs, you are not telling the full story. It is what it is. And you have an agenda. Every time Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia should come up, the PED should come up. Just like when every time we talk about Margarito and Cotto, we talk about the loaded gloves. And guess what? Margarito was never proven. I'm gonna keep saying that until y'all recognize that Margarito was never proven as a cheater against Cotto. I think that he was a cheater just like everybody else, because I assume that once you get caught cheating, which he did against Sugar Shea Mosley by the late great Nazim Richardson, rest in peace. I assume that once you get caught cheating, that wasn't your first time cheating. You cheated before. So I'm going to assume that you cheated in the past as well, especially when they got that little photo evidence. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough evidence to get him suspended, which is why Cotto never pressed charges, because he didn't have enough evidence, not because he was just on some gangster shit. But I also apply the same thing with Ryan Garcia. I don't pick and choose. I think that Ryan Garcia cheated against Oscar Duarte too. And Oscar Duarte also believes that, because Oscar Duarte said that he cheated first before he fought Devin Haney. But I believe it because Ryan Garcia got caught cheating against Devin Haney. I didn't believe it until Ryan Garcia got caught cheating. But now that he got caught cheating, I believe that he cheated in every fight. Fights that he won against Luke Campbell, fights that he lost against Gervonta Tank Davis. I keep it consistent. So why is Gabriel Rosado talk about Cotto, that Margarito cheated Cotto when there's no evidence? But then you're talking about the lack of evidence in a case where they actually have evidence, substantial evidence, when it comes to Devin Haney. Why? Because you're an emotional bitch that doesn't like Devin Haney. And you're not capable of doing your job effectively as a commentator or somebody to assess the situation because you're too emotional. What's wrong? How can you have the audacity to say that Miguel Cotto was cheated by Margarito in something that was never proven, but then you're here trying to dismiss the fact that Ryan Garcia cheated Devin Haney? Why does everybody bring it up when they discuss Margarito and Cotto, but then they suddenly are oblivious to it when it comes to Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney? Why don't you keep the same energy? Because you have some innate hate in you that comes out as you being completely biased. But it's really a deeper hatred than that, and it's sad. It's sad and scary. It's sad and scary that people could not like somebody that they don't know so much that they will manipulate the truth. I think Conor Benn cheated Chris Algieri too. Because once he got caught cheating, I think he cheated Chris Algieri. Paulie Malignaggi thinks that Conor Benn cheated Chris Algieri too. But Paulie Malignaggi is as vocal when he talks about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia cheating Devin Haney. You know, I mean, well, he has said it before. I will say that. Well, he has said it. But I'm saying people aren't as vocal. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he struggles against Rolly. Yeah, I got yo, Q's life in the, what up, bro? Chisora, yeah, I mean, Big Baby Miller cheated too. And they always say it. And they should. You should always say it, but say it for everybody, bro. Say it for everybody, bro. just like mediocre fighters, but at least you're sore. Young Guns just like mediocre fighters. What Young Guns say? I always got massive respect for those boxers who have to fight killers fight after fight. Yeah, SD, Derevchenko, for example. 15-5 doesn't look good on surface, but you dig deeper, he arguably was so. No, that's different. I gotta disagree with that, Young Guns. Sergey Derevchenko, his 5 losses are all good. You tried to tell me that Gabriel Rosado's all his losses were good because he had 5 good losses. I agree with you. He has 17 losses. Derevchenko has 5 losses. You know who Derevchenko lost to? He lost to Jaime Munguia, right? He lost to Danny Jacobs, Jermell Charlo. He lost to was Christian and Billy a loss or a draw? I don't remember. I think he lost to Christian and Billy, and he lost to one more person. Those are all good losses. Those are 5 though. Sergey Derevchenko has 5 losses. Gabriel Rosado has 5 good losses. That's the difference. Gabriel Rosado has 17. Derevchenko is better than in Triple G. He lost to Triple G. So I said somebody. I think Billy was a draw, but he lost to Triple G. I forgot to say that. Derevchenko had great fights against good fighters and great fighters. Some of them. Gabriel Rosado is not the same as Derevchenko. You can't compare those two. But you're right, though. Yes, 15-5 doesn't look good, but those are good fighters. It's like Callum Smith, right? Callum Smith has 2 losses, Beterbiev and Canelo. Once again, Gabriel Rosado has 17. That's different, bro. Gabriel Rosado does not just have 2 losses, 3 losses, 5 losses, 7 losses. He has 17. So while you can name 5 losses under 17, what about the other 12? Like I said, Derevchenko had 1 arm. Yeah, so did Christian and Billy. Did you not watch the fight? You see, Young Guns, you gonna struggle with it. Shout out to my boy Young Guns, but you try to manipulate the situation, right? Didn't Christian and Billy hurt his shoulder in like the 5th round? Bro, I watched the fight, bro. We go live, bro. There's very few fights I don't watch, bro. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Yes, Sergey Derevchenko hurt himself. Once again, no one's knocking Sergey Derevchenko. He's a great fighter. I agree with you there. I'm saying he's not Gabriel Rosado. Or rather, Gabriel Rosado is not him. Gabriel Rosado has 17 losses. Sergey Derevchenko is a championship caliber fighter. Gabriel Rosado was never. That's the difference. So you could argue that Sergey Derevchenko beat Triple G as well. You can't argue Gabriel Rosado beat Triple G. That's the difference. That's a fat behind difference. So do not compare Sergey Derevchenko with Gabriel Rosado. The comparison that you're trying to make, I agree, is that they're good fighters that have good losses. Gabriel Rosado has good losses and bad losses. Gabriel Rosado, a more accurate comparison would be like Gabriel Rosado. Who can I compare him to, chat? Derek Chisora. Yeah, that was a good one. Who said Derek Chisora? I think you said Derek Chisora. Was it Kendrick? Derek Chisora is that's a good comparison. Even Derek Chisora is a higher caliber fighter than Gabriel Rosado, though. But that's a better comparison. You know? Don't make it seem like he lost to 17 killers, which is what you tried to say earlier. And that's what I objected to. Don't forget to smack that like button. So my issue is not calling Gabriel Rosado he's an exciting fighter. He's a game fighter. He's not a good fighter. YD was good. Even Axeman Walters had a resurgence until his last fight. Yep, facts. Yep. And he just lost to he got stopped by who was it? Torres. The young bull. I can't remember his first name. Some Torres. But yeah. Nicholas Axeman Walters. Man. So nah, shout out to Gabriel Rosado though as a fighter. Candy Slim 501, big member in the building. Yeah, Derek Chisora is a good fighter. He's not a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. And I would say that he's better than Gabriel Rosado as well. Derek Ward Chisora is a good fighter, of course. So you're trying, like I said, Young Gun, you're stuck trying to make the conversation into something it's not. No one's questioning. I wasn't even questioning the worth of Gabriel Rosado. We're talking about him being wrong against assessing. He's wrong in his assessment of Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. I didn't say he was a bad fighter, but if you want to talk about that, because he said he was a better fighter than Devin Haney, I'm saying that he's wrong. Absolutely, that's cap. That's big cap. He's not a higher caliber fighter than Devin Haney. He's not a higher caliber fighter than anybody that's been a champion, because he's never been a champion. He's not a higher caliber fighter than George Kambosos. Am I lying, chat? Am I tripping? Is that wrong? Is he a higher caliber fighter than George Kambosos, Lomachenko, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Tank Davis, Jose Rayo Valenzuela, Liam Paro, Devin Haney, Alberto Puello, Gary Antoine Russell, Teofimo Lopez? Who else is a champion at 140 I'm missing? Richardson Hitchens? Is he a higher caliber fighter than any champion? By default, it's no. He's not even a higher caliber fighter than William Skull. William Skull's a champion. Undefeated at that. Fuck out of here, man. We not manipulating facts. Rosado's like Gamboa without all the elite amateur success of world titles. Shoot, Gamboa better. Gamboa became bad after Terrence Crawford. Gabriel Rosado been who he was. He couldn't hold Kambosos' glove. Right. And that's why he was mad, I think, because Devin Haney said he couldn't hold his gloves or his jock strap or something like that after he was talking trash. Same bad time, same bad channel. Every fight, no one figured him out yet. Talk to him. Oh man. But yeah, man. So shout out to Ville, shout out to Oscar. Yeah, the court. I'm opening up the court now, man. I was just about to say that, man. My boy Oscar got good timing, man. Like I said, once again, man, Gabriel Rosado, that interview was trash, man. It is what it is, man. That shit was trash. Sergey Derevchenko best win? I don't know either. I would have to look it up. I would have to Google. Let me see. Let's bring it up, Sergey. That's what we're here for, right? Let's pull it up. I don't know his best win off the top of my head either. Oh, yeah, he did lose to Christian Billy. It wasn't a draw. Yeah, so he lost, yeah. His best win, I forgot about Carlos Adames. He lost to Carlos Adames. Probably Jack Koke. That's a decent win. Remember, Jack Koke, he only lost to... remember, he just lost to Bakram Murtazalia for a vacant title. Jack Koke is a good journeyman. But, yeah, he doesn't have, like, a great win. Oh, yeah, Sam Solomon did off a contender head ass. He doesn't have, like, a great win, but he has, like you said, he has close fights. But the difference between him and Gabriel Rosado didn't have close fights. Not all of his fights were close. Yeah, he's 15-6. He's 15-6. Yeah, he did lose I couldn't remember if Christian Billy was a draw or a loss. It was a loss. That was a close fight. And they both hurt themselves. But yeah, what's the name? That's why I thought. That's why I lost a lot of hope. I lost a lot of because I want to say I was super high on Christian and Billy, but I was higher on Christian and Billy prior to the Sergey Derevchenko fight because I lost a lot of confidence in him due to the fact that Sergey Derevchenko hit him with a 4-piece with the same arm, with one arm. He hit him with a bink, bink, bink. He hit him with a 3-piece with the same hand. So I said, "Oh, hold on, bro. Sergey Derevchenko, he was a one-arm bandit, young guns, and he hit him with a 3-piece with the same arm." I said, "Oh no, Christian and Billy got tightened up." I was gonna do a ranking today, but I changed my mind. Man. I wanted to go in on Gabriel Rosado. So,
yo,
winning percentage 2-4. Talk to him. Yo, what up, Oscar? My guy.
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much, man. I knew I was gonna get copyright. I just got copyrighted for the show for yesterday's show, but that's because of the Joseph Parker stuff, all that music. But yes, sir, man. What's good though, Oscar?
Man, what y'all talking about, Gabriel Rosado?
Man, I had to go in on the homie, man, because he was wilding, bro. I like Gabriel Rosado, but he's been doing it too much. He's been doing it on Twitter. He's been gangbanging against Devin Haney, bro. I think that junk is trash, bro. If you don't like Devin Haney, say that. You know, but don't make up stuff, man. Don't make up stuff. I had to set the record straight. He said a lot of BS. If I'm gonna sit through an interview like that, I'm definitely gonna make some comments on it because that was trash. He made me sit through that.
But he's Gabriel Rosado, though.
Nah, hell. He said he's Gabriel Rosado. Shout out to Oscar, man. Oh man.
By no means am I saying he's a bum because he did fight a lot of killers.
He's not a bum, right?
Never dug no smoke.
Never dug no smoke. Facts.
But from that to being a great fighter, let alone one of the best, but a great fighter.
Come on, bro. That's what he said, bro. He said he has a better. Bro, don't believe me, bro? I had to rewind. Oscar, bro, I literally rewound it multiple times. I'm like, he didn't just say that, bro. The man said he said that he has a better resume than Devin Haney, bro.
You know, if Haney didn't have the accolades, I still have to disagree.
Exactly. Even without the accolades. Sorry, go ahead.
Because he don't have a Kambosos type of win. And Kambosos is not even that good of a win.
Nope.
And like compared to a Loma's win, you know.
Right.
So I say that to say, Rosado's overrated.
Overrated. You know what's crazy? I don't want to say he's overrated, but shout out to my guy Young Guns. I'm gonna use you as example, Young Guns. Shout out to you, respect, brother. But it's just when people come in like my boy Young Guns and say like, oh, he's a good fighter. No, we don't like him because he's good, bro. We like him because of what Oscar just articulated. He's a warrior. He doesn't duck no smoke. He's willing to fight anybody. Let's not confuse that with being good, bro. That's not the same thing.
Let alone great, you know.
Come on, let alone great. Stop it, bro. Like, and you know, and shout out to Oscar because he mentioned Kambosos. Lomachenko is a Hall of Famer, according to a lot of people. Yeah, according to a lot of people, right? Devin Haney has a win on him. So even if you want to take away the accolades of the championships, Gabriel Rosado, all the people we name, he has losses to them. He doesn't have a win over a would be or should be or could be Hall of Famer. Devin Haney does. What champion does Gabriel Rosado have a win over? I mean, Beck the Bully was a shocking win, but Beck the Bully got it back and beat him.
And that was a comeback fight.
Yes, it was a comeback fight.
For Rosado, for Beck the Bully, it was gonna be like his hometown, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it'd be like Munguia type as win.
There you go. There you go. I like that. Oh, I like this too. Hold on. Yep. And the Olympics, man, so it is official. We talked about it yesterday that it could be, but it is official that the Olympics will be in 2028. Sorry, the Olympics will be in 2028. The boxing will be in the Olympics in 2028. And also, too, Kenshiro Taraji has entered the Ring Magazine top 10 pound for pound. Good for him. Shout out to him. He should be there.
Yeah, he should.
Definitely should.
He should because of the accolades.
Yes.
Not for the people he faced.
Talk to him, Oscar.
He faced the same people.
Come on now.
That's what happens with the smaller weights. You know, that's both the beauty and the curse of it. Because you get diminished because you're not fighting nobody. You're fighting the same people pretty much. But you're also got that blessing where it's like, okay, but you do have the accolades. And those people are getting better. It's not like they're getting worse. Some are, but not most of them. Most of them are just getting better.
Right. Young Gun said, Clotty, you better not be talking about Joshua Clotty, bro.
Oh, bro, stop it. No.
Young Gun, stop it, bro. Young Gun, bro. I love you, brother, but you stop it, bro. Shout out to Joshua Clotty's a good fighter, but go look at when he fought him, and come on, bro. Joshua Clotty was a smaller guy, bro. Stop it, bro. Come on, bro. Ain't no way you talking about Joshua Clotty, bro. Stop it, bro.
That's like Andre and Benedict.
Come on, bro.
That's like the class difference. Right?
Exactly, bro. Stop it, bro. Like, Young Guns is trolling. He trolling me, bro. He got to be trolling, bro. Ain't no way he talking about Joshua Clotty, bro. Joshua Clotty wasn't the same after Pacquiao. Then bing, 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 ba boom, bam. He didn't even want to throw no punches in there, man. Yeah, that was crazy. I remember Pacquiao hit him with 2 fists. He popped. The referee told him not to
I was like, I haven't seen that since Emmanuel Augustus. What the hell am I seeing?
Bro, that joke was too funny, bro. I was happy he did that because Joshua Clotty didn't want to fight, man. What the hell was he doing, man? Shout out to Joshua Clotty, though.
But nah, bro. Like, Gabriel Rosado, he's a good, like, he's a decent fighter.
Nope. I'm not going
decent.
Nope. Nah, I'll give him decent. I'll give him decent.
No, he's not. I wouldn't say good. He's decent.
Yeah.
Compared to them, because then people are gonna say, "Oh, he kicked your ass." Yeah, of course he kicked my ass. But compared to other boxers, like, he's decent.
I don't even know if he'll kick your ass, bro. If I give you 12 weeks, you might be straight. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, depends. It only depends if he got a win last time. Then he's gonna go to like 5-6 losses in a row.
Facts. Yeah,
like, I gotta catch him after, someone like Ty gets his head on him. Yeah, right. Man, I just gotta tap him. He breaks.
But we saw his last fight of that exhibition, that 4-rounder, bro. He got tired, bro. 4 rounds. I get Oscar, but you got to remember too. Gabriel Rosado got a lot of scar tissue, man. You open that cut up, man. He might, you know what I'm saying? He might get a stoppage, bro.
Yeah, the ref like touch him up, and as soon as you touch him up, he got cut. Like, bro, what?
You know what I'm saying? Gabriel got a lot. Rolly, man. I'm going Rolly, bro. Stop playing with my boy Rolly, man. Rolly a champion. What was a champion, man? Rolly.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. Shout out to Gabriel Rosado, man. I was mad I had to do that, man, but he didn't give me any choice, bro. He's egregious with it, man. And he's doing it
because he's like the levels.
Yes,
bro.
yes.
The levels, like that's even worse if you go down that route.
It's It's 60 times the level, bro. The allowable level that the
minute.
Come on,
you
bro.
You don't have to say that, you don't even have to say that. All you have to say is American got popped by 0.3.
That part
Ryan
too.
got
that.
Popped by 6.
No, not double. Sorry, he was 6. Sorry, go ahead, Oscar. Sorry, I was thinking he was 0.6. No, he's 6, and Amir Khan was 0.3. Right, exactly. Go ahead, bro. I mean, cut you off, bro. My fault.
That's like even worse. Like we at least know who's one of the commentators that watches highlights.
Exactly.
And goes with the flow. We know that. But aside from that, I'm not going, bro. Gabriel's that.
Yeah, bro. And that makes me mad because, like I said, I like Gabriel Rosado, bro. But I can't mess with that coonery and buffoonery, bro. I can't mess with that. And it's just like, because now I don't trust you, because I don't trust you to be at least fair. Like if you say like, hey man, I still rock with Ryan, I'm cool with that. It's not about you rocking with Ryan or not rocking with Devin Haney. But when you try to lie because your emotions are tied to it, bro, because if him and Devin Haney didn't get into that little discussion, we wouldn't even be here. And the only reason why sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the part that pisses me off and the part that like made me lost. Not even because I didn't even respect the guy, but because I didn't even care. Like I just care for you. What you do in the ring. After that, I don't give a shit about you.
Right.
But it's like he brought up Victor Conte, and then the guys kept constantly checking him like, well this. Well, to each his own.
To each his own.
Use your same logic against your fucking argument, bro. What you doing? You just a damn fool.
Cop out, bro. Oh, to each his own. I'm just saying though, bro. What are you saying, bro?
Because if he's like Victor Conte, then all right, then Plant, Bud.
Yep.
Clarissa
Shields. Yep.
Boo Boo Andre.
Yep.
Bam Rodriguez.
Yep. I forgot about Bam. Yep. All the Chiefs too. Yep.
Either you you stand on something or stand on nothing. You gotta be standing.
Facts. You gotta be standing. Yeah.
You gotta be. Mm-hmm. You can't be doing both.
Yep. Controversy sells. Controversy does sell pugilism. You're right about that.
Yeah, like saying Bud is gonna clean out Canelo. That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy. To me, that's crazy. Yeah, and that's why I didn't really like. I'm gonna tell you why, pugilism. What you just said too. That's why I never really cared for Devin Haney too, because I feel like he was trying to be the Mayweather. Like he focused on being Mayweather too much. He's like, like Mayweather was already retired. Why are you still talking about the Mayweather era? Or the Mayweather era's over? Duh, he retired. It's a Haney era, no longer the Mayweather era. Like he was just trying to follow his blueprint too much. It's like, bro, just be good and just be you. Stop trying to be somebody else. And that did get on my nerves. So I'm with you on that. And that's why I never really cared for Haney like that. But at the same time, bro, if it was the other way around, bro, if Devin Haney cheated Ryan Garcia, I would say the same thing, bro.
Yeah. They both come clean,
Right.
Like they both made like not even make way, because if you take the fight, I'm sorry, but if you take the fight after that, then that's your fault. I know it takes a lot of money,
right?
But I can't use that as an excuse.
Right. Exactly.
At least they both came in clean,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And like Devin Haney lost, and Devin Haney came out like, oh, I think he's on this, he's on that. I'd be like, hey, you bullshit. You just got your ass kicked. You're styleless. It's a bad matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be defending Ryan Garcia. But
exactly.
I can't defend Ryan Garcia because he said Scooter, supplement, Nutri-Bio.
Yep.
Devin Haney's brother.
Ashwagandha.
Yeah.
Everything. You know what I want to get your opinion on too, Oscar? Oh, go ahead, finish your thought. I want to get your opinion on this.
Because ever since he came out, he kept flip-flopping, and people were like, He's just trying to find out who did it.
Come on now.
Oh, he just keeps lying to you. You just stop it.
Come on now.
Kill yourself.
Right. Okay. This is what I'll ask you. What do you think about when he said Cotto? I want to get your opinion on this. I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but I want you to say it, bro. What do you think about him when he was like, "Oh, Margarito cheated Cotto, and Cotto got it back in blood"?
Bunch of bullshit.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Bunch of bullshit.
And I like Cotto. Cotto's one of my favorite fighters now, but we're not gonna lie for nobody now. Cotto did not want that fight initially, but go ahead, Oscar. I want to hear your opinion on break that down.
I don't know. Margarito even said it. He was like, bro, they took my license away, and I just went to Mexico. Bob tried to make that fight happen, but Cotto just didn't want to make it happen.
Can you please repeat that for those in the back? What did you just say?
He said, Margarito wanted to make the fight happen. Bob wanted to make the fight happen.
Okay.
Just Cotto didn't want to make the fight happen.
Okay. And the fact you said Bob, why is that significant? Who was the promoter for both those fighters?
Bob Arum.
Oh, so Bob Arum was Cotto's promoter and Margarito's promoter. So the promoter wanted it, and Margarito wanted it, but who didn't want it again?
Cotto.
Oh, okay. But that's not what Gabriel Rosado said yesterday, though. He said Miguel Cotto wanted it immediately. Oh, okay.
You want me to tell you something else?
Yeah, please tell me, bro. I'm all ears.
That same warrior Rosado's talking about, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Cotto. Let's make that very clear. I'm just trying to make this point.
Right.
That same warrior Rosado was talking about, that same warrior, it's also that same diva that almost called out Sergio Martinez fight because he wasn't going to come out first or second.
Okay. Oh, okay. We forgot about that, though, because it's nice to assassinate other people's character when you're making up stuff, and like you said, I want to be very clear because I want people to, if you say something about somebody, they think that you're talking negative on them. Miguel Cotto is one of my favorite fighters, but we're not going to make things up, bro. Miguel Cotto, I was so happy when he got it back and he got the win back and stopped Margarito. But he did not initially want, that's just a blatant lie. He did not initially want that fight. He literally said, I do not want to share the ring with somebody who's cheating. He denied it, brother. The fight was not immediate. The fight was 3 years later. 2008 is when they fought the first time. They fought again in the winter of 2011. Literally 3 years and some change. Because Cotto didn't want it. Not because Margarito didn't want it. Not because Bob Arum didn't want it. Because Cotto didn't want it. And if you want to be real, why was that fight stopped? Because of Margarito's eye, right? What was wrong with his eye? I think Manny Pacquiao busted his orbital bone. So if you want to make an argument, if Cotto didn't target that eye, we might have a whole nother story. So he should thank Pacquiao. Because Pacquiao bruised and battered that eye first. And that fight, because Margarito didn't want to stop. I'm not giving Margarito credit. I'm just saying, because I do think he cheated, but it wasn't proven that he cheated. However, Margarito did not want that fight to stop. It was stopped by the doctor. Let's be very clear on that. And Miguel Cotto was targeting the eye, as he should. But he was targeting the eye that was already messed up and compromised.
Yeah, Robert damn sure wasn't going to stop it.
Come on now. So if you really want to talk about it, let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about, Cotto didn't sue. He couldn't sue because he was never caught. Margarito never got caught cheating against Cotto. That's why he didn't sue.
I'm glad you brought that up. Like, his evidence, I believe him. I believe that he was cheating. Hell, I even believe that he was cheating against Sergio Martinez, but like...
Right, yeah, Sergio Martinez, Margarito Martinez, he cleaned him up. He cleaned up Martinez, boy.
Yeah, I didn't think nobody could do him like that until that happened.
Yeah,
I was
facts.
like, ooh.
Facts. I was like, hold on.
Well, no, something's wrong here, bro.
I was surprised with that one.
I was like, are you sure he made weight? You made sure he wasn't injured?
I'm telling you.
What happened, bro?
I'm telling you.
But anyways, no, again, I don't want to excuse Margarito. I don't want to say he wasn't a cheater because I believe he was a cheater. It's just his evidence would have held up in trial.
Thank you. That's why he didn't do any. That's why he didn't pursue it. It was just a picture. That's all he had. The uproar didn't begin again and really take fire until he got caught with Sugar Shane. Come on, now.
Until Sugar Shane, nobody knew what the hell was happening.
Talk to him. And like I said, and I will say this too, I personally believe that. But Oscar, if you or anybody else didn't believe that Margarito cheated against Cotto, how could we don't know. Especially if we're going to question somebody that got caught cheating and it was proven, if you're going to question something that was proven, then how are you going to tell me emphatically that this is true when it was not proven? So if you want to doubt one, the more logical one to doubt is Margarito, whether you like it or not. Margarito is more logical to doubt Margarito cheated Cotto than it is more logical to doubt that Ryan Garcia cheated Devin Haney, because one has proof and one doesn't. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. It's like we're not saying that Rosado we're not saying that Cotto is a bitch, and we're not saying that Cotto is this.
Not.
The bottom line is that Rosado questioned the validity of the test,
yes,
the levels, whenever you had proof, but said something completely different. On the guy that didn't have proof,
right,
didn't want to fight immediately,
right.
As a matter of fact, you can't even argue. I'm not going to argue for him. But you can even argue that he didn't want to fight until he came out with Sugar Ray Leonard Heckler.
Talk to him.
Until he knew he could beat him.
Talk to him.
But, yeah.
I'm just going off the example that he used.
But I don't know. That's enough for me from Gabriel.
Yeah.
I never thought I was going to talk about this match.
I didn't think so either, bro. But I couldn't help it and plus I didn't have that many topics to talk about. Anyway, I was gonna do a ranking show. We could do a ranking show later on today, good Lord willing. But I was gonna do a ranking. I had that on the agenda, and then I saw that last night because I was just I should be. I'm sure you do the same thing too, like you said, which I already know. But I was just like surfing and trying to think of topics to go through. I didn't want to talk about the.
Let me get it. We're like, hold up.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, because I stumbled upon it accidentally. I was just looking at stuff and then I saw, I don't know if someone posted on Twitter or something, and I went to the full, when I see like a clip, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt because people do take clips out of context. So I try my best to make sure I do a pretty good job. If I see a clip, I'd be like, okay, but let me go watch the full interview so I can see everything that led up to the question and see how, and then, bro, Gabriel Rosado did not disappoint. It was worse than the clip. The full thing. So I was watching that, and then I also was watching that stupid interview with I shouldn't say stupid, but I didn't like it. But the interview with Ryan Garcia and those two gentlemen, I can't remember their names, Ak and Barack or something like that. And he was talking about the 20 million or whatever that but if you listen to, he didn't say 20 million. He thought about it, but it's around that ballpark. So it could be like 17, 18, 19. He just said it was more than 15, and it was about 20. So which I don't really care about. A lot of people are in an uproar about that. And like I think it's messed up from the standpoint that if he's getting the most money, and he should be because he's the main event, right? That's usually how boxing goes. I don't really care how much money he's getting, but I do think that's messed up that it's off of sheer popularity, which that's what drives the numbers, right? That's why he's a headline, and that's why he's a star. But it's like, I feel like it's kind of disrespectful. No, not kind of. I think it is disrespectful for him to be the most paid, and he's clearly the least accomplished. Not just his opponent that he's sharing the ring with. He's not as accomplished as Rolly. Definitely not as accomplished as Tio. Definitely not as accomplished as Devin. And you could argue that he's not as accomplished as Barbosa or Ramirez either.
Yeah, but he does drive the numbers. It
definitely drives the number. Facts.
It'd be kind of like me getting mad that Taraji's getting paid less than Benavidez.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Because Benavidez drives the numbers. He's less accomplished. Let's be honest. He just got interim titles, but
okay. Now let me ask you this though. I don't know though. Because and that's the thing. Like I said, I don't care about the amount. We don't do no pocket watch around here. But since he brought it up, and then it's like, because I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was. And maybe that's my naivete, but I was thinking like maybe they all got paid the same. Not all of them, but I'm talking about the 3 stars: Teofimo, Devin, and Ryan Garcia. But we don't do no pocket watching.
Don't speak on how they pay you, because pocket watching us men shouldn't be just by nature. But thank you.
But my issue with that is that.
Oh shit, bro! I gotta go.
Oh, you gotta go. All right, bro.
Yeah.
Hope everything's good,
hey,
man.
By the way, I won't be live for a couple. If you don't see me for a couple of days. My grandma passed away. Nothing to be sad about.
Okay.
She was 88. She beat cancer 2 times. I ain't gonna cry over that. That's nothing to be sad about. That's something to be proud.
Amen. She a warrior.
But
shout out to mi abuela.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to Mexico for a couple of days.
All right, man. Well, God bless you, man, and my condolences to you and your family, though, man. And God bless, and God rest her soul too. And appreciate you giving us a heads up. Like I said, it's a celebration of life, man. Celebration of life. I like the way you looked at it. Shout out to Oscar, man. Shout out to Oscar and his family. Yes, sir, man. God bless my boy. I think my boy slid out of here, man. And we definitely gonna miss mi hermano, man. That's my brother, man, right there, man. Shout out to Oscar. Definitely one of my favorite people to have in the chat. Always a good dude. Always a pleasure to have him. And yeah, our sincerest condolences. He said nothing to be sad about, but we definitely gonna throw a prayer up for our boy, man, because a loss, even if you're not sad, you know, it's still a sad thing. You're gonna miss them, you know what I'm talking about. So 88 is a long life. And being able to beat cancer is, man, that's God is good, you know. And shout out to her. You know, that takes some amazing strength right there, man. Some people fold from much less, you know. Some people fold from a cold, and she that's dope to hear, man. You know what I'm saying? When people pass away, we keep them in our hearts and our memories, and that's what keeps them alive forever. So shout out to Grandma Perez, man. You know what I'm saying? Abuela Perez. That sucks for my boy and his family to go through that. But yeah, man. So yeah, I was gonna say before my boy had to go, I was gonna say that the reason why I think it's disrespectful is because I'm not sure that Ryan Garcia is definitively moves the needle more than those guys. Like, I know that Ryan Garcia's been on pay-per-view and stuff like that, and people like to say that, but he was on pay-per-view with who? He was on pay-per-view with Tank. Tank's on pay-per-view with everybody, whether he's fighting Rolly or Frank the Ghost Martin or Ryan Garcia. He's on pay-per-view, right? Or even with his last fight against Lamont Roach. Ryan Garcia has only been on pay-per-view when he fought Tank, who's a bona fide superstar, and Devin Haney, you know, say who's a bona fide star. So I'm not sure if he moves the needle more than Devin Haney does. You know, I think they're about even. That's why I was saying I think it's kind of disrespectful, because I don't think there's any definitive proof that he does besides like his Instagram followers and stuff like that, but and public perception. But I'm not in that position to determine those things. So he probably does. You know, I would say that he's probably more popular than those guys. So I think it does make sense, but I don't know how much sense it makes. And it could be just like, and hell, Devin Haney could be making just as much, you know what I'm saying, or close to. So I don't know. He only had 2 pay-per-view. Yeah, thank you, Ken. He only had 2, Devin and Tank. So this whole notion that he's a popular fighter that moves the needle, that's another fallacy. That's another narrative that people are just saying, bro. No, he was only on pay-per-view with Tank and Devin Haney. Rolly was on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be on pay-per-view with Tank and Devin Haney. That's gonna put you on pay-per-view too. Those two, like, I don't know. And to be fair, same thing with Devin. I don't know how much of a pay-per-view star he is, because he was on there with Ryan Garcia. Now, would Devin Haney be on there with somebody like a Frank Martin caliber fighter? I doubt it. Would Ryan Garcia be on pay-per-view with a fighter that's like a Lamont Roach caliber fighter? I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? As far as popularity and accolades go. So, you know, the only 2 bona fide pay-per-view guys are the two biggest stars in boxing to me is Canelo and Tank. And Canelo's clearly number 1, the face of boxing. I say number 2 and number 3 are Tank and Anthony Joshua. Everybody else, it's circumstantial in which you'll be on. You'll probably sell out arena with other people, but it's circumstantial based on who you're fighting, and maybe your pay-per-view numbers will be good, but it's circumstantial who you're fighting. Anthony Joshua can fight anybody. He gonna sell out Wembley. You know what I'm saying? Or he gonna be top of the bill. Gervonta Tank Davis, clearly he could fight anybody and he'll be pay-per-view. Canelo, we already know what he's coming with. You know what I'm saying? The face of boxing, old cinnamon. You know what I'm talking about? He's a megastar, and the other 2 are superstars, Tank and Anthony Joshua. I do think Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo, I think they're stars, but how much of a star I think sometimes is greatly exaggerated. So, but we don't know. So that's what I'm saying. I was thinking that maybe it was really considered as like a triple header, and they all got paid the same or relatively close. So, and it still could be relatively close. You know, he's the only one that disclosed his amount. But I definitely, if Ryan is getting 20 and he's headlining, I don't think Devin Haney and Tio are getting that much. But I'm sure that they're getting a good amount. Even if they're getting 15, hell, that's 15 M's. Shit, you get 20 M's, I'm cool with my 15. You feel me? So, you know, but that's why I say that people be pocket watching and stuff like that just to talk. That's another thing that Gabriel Rosado brought up. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? Either way, Devin Haney's getting more than you. Even if he's not getting as much as Ryan, he getting more than you. But one thing I do agree with Gabriel Rosado, though, I do think that Devin Haney and Jose Carlos Ramirez is the toughest fight. Oh, I don't know. I think Teofimo and Barbosa is tough too. But I mean, between Devin Haney and Ramirez and Ryan Garcia and Rolly, I think that they should have flip-flopped their opponents. I think Ramirez is a better boxer than Rolly, and Rolly is a bigger puncher than Ramirez. So I think that, you know, it would have been closer to Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney and Ramirez are closer stylistically, and Ryan Garcia and Rolly are closer stylistically. So I don't understand why you wouldn't have them fight each other. Like, have Ryan fight the guy in Ramirez who's closer to Devin Haney style, and have Devin fight the guy in Rolly who's closer to Ryan Garcia style. I'm not saying they're the same style, but you know, Rolly's a big puncher, Ryan's a big puncher. Ramirez is a good boxer, Haney's a good boxer. So to me, that made more sense. But I do think it's more exciting to have it this way because Rolly and Ryan, we anticipated them to talk a lot of trash, even though they're not doing it right now because Rolly's not talking that. He's not engaged in that much trash talk. But I think as far as fireworks go in anticipation, I think Rolly and Ryan going into this fight was thought of as having explosive back and forth. And I don't think that Rolly and Devin would have been as entertaining, or Ryan Garcia and Ramirez would have been as entertaining. And plus, of course, you know, Golden Boy and stuff like that too. So Ryan ain't headlining because of his own hype. It's because he's fighting Rolly. Talk to him. What you think of Sky Nicholson versus Tierra Brown? I think it's a good fight, Choi B. I actually think that Sky Nicholson is going to pull it off. But I'm glad you asked that question. That's a good question. Shout out to Choi B. Shout out one time for the ladies, man, the queens of boxing. So those of you that don't know, Sky Nicholson will be fighting Tierra Brown. I actually think that this is the most exciting card. Well, I ain't gonna say it's the most exciting fight. For me, it's a fight that I'm most excited about. It's the most intriguing and exciting fight for me personally. I know, you know, a lot of people don't like women's boxing and stuff like that. So, and that's cool. I'm not judging you. What I'm saying is that I do. And George Kambosos is fighting Jake Wiley, who was a late replacement. That's not really too intriguing. And even Dowd Jordan before that wasn't too intriguing. And then Terramona is fighting on that card against somebody I don't remember. But Sky Nicholson and Tierra Brown, Sky Nicholson's a champion. She's fighting her mandatory. And so it's always good to have a champion versus a mandatory. That should always be anticipated to be a good fight. Whether it actually plays out that way or not is yet to be seen. But it should be, we should be excited when a champion fights a mandatory. That's what she's doing. That's number one. Number two, it's two undefeated fighters, pugilists going at each other, you know. So if you're a pugilist enthusiast, two undefeated people fighting is great, right? So Tierra Brown is 18-0 and Sky Nicholson's 12-0. Now, the thing that I think is going to be the deciding factor, and I said this many times, and I said this is shout out to Sky Nicholson, man. She retweeted your boy. You know what I'm saying? She need to come on this side so you can get an interview with her. But anyway, I posted this on Twitter. I said that this is going to be a good fight, but I think the deciding factor, the determining factor, is the fact that Sky Nicholson has fought higher levels of opposition thus far. She's 12-0, but out of her 12 opponents, she only fought one fighter that had a losing record. Tierra Brown is 18-0, has more wins, but literally half of her opponents have had losing records. And that's not a bad thing, but I think that is a testament to the fact that Sky Nicholson is accustomed to fighting more game opposition. You know what I'm saying? She has more experience with higher caliber opposition, but Tierra Brown is undefeated. It ain't like she was losing, so she could come in there and clean up Sky Nicholson. You never know. But I think it's going to be a good fight, but I do think that that's going to be a determining factor, that Sky Nicholson's experience against higher level opposition on average is going to play a big role. I think Sky Nicholson is going to pull it out. I don't think she's going to stop her or anything. I mean, Sky's not a big puncher, right? I think she's just going to outbox her like she typically does. But like I said, Tierra Brown, you know, she's a game fighter. She bought that life and she's ready. So to take advantage of her opportunity. So we'll see. Could be a good one, man. Rolly fought Tank. Talk to him, Kendrick. And had a better showing than Ryan. Talk to him, Kendrick. Facts and facts. Facts on facts. Still steps from Oscar and Floyd. And that's Tank and Ryan. Until someone beats Tank, then the order gets shuffled. True. But yeah, man, I'm about to go ahead and call it, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. About to go ahead and close it out. We about to go for the late show. You know, we do the late show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we do the morning show at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to smack that like button. I appreciate everybody coming through. You know, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you're in the channel right now and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Hit that notification bell as well so you get notified when I drop another YouTube video banger and I go live. So you can be here, all of them, man. Shout out to all the members. We need more members. Yo, chat, we hit 50 members, man. Big A. Shout out to all the members that renew their subscriptions, their memberships, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Kendrick with that purple Thanos gloves, man. We appreciate it. Shout out to 50 members, man. You got to do a cheer for that. Shout out to 50 members, man. I appreciate all the members, all the ones that are here to get gifted memberships bestowed upon you from like my guys, Tech Them Dad and Dub and Doc and everybody else that give memberships, Doc K Part. Those of you that also renew the membership upon receiving it, man, big salute to you. Only $3 a month to get you popping, get you started with all these fire emotes. So shout out to everybody that contributes, man. We hit 50 memberships, man. That's crazy. For a small channel like us, 50 memberships, that's a big deal. And we're trying to get our subscriptions up, man. We're almost at 2,600 subscribers. So you see we're at 2,599. I think that's kind of off though. I think it's usually off by like 2 or 3. We might be at 2,596 or 97 or something like that. But we are close. We're on the cusp of 2,600. Let's get that 3,000 by the summer, man. Let's get that 3,000 subscriber count. And yeah, I appreciate the support, man. Big salute to we had some fan funding. Shout out to Young Guns, man. He came in here with the crazy takes, but he definitely showed us some love to contributed to the growth with the $2 super chat, man. So I appreciate that. 50 members. I'm pocket watching. Stream Deck need to be on the way. Oh, out here pocket watching is crazy. Hey, at least he admitted though. You know, boy, out here pocket watching is crazy.
Don't speak on how they pay you, because pocket watching us men shouldn't do, and that's just by nature. But thank you.
We definitely need a Stream Deck though. Yeah, I know what you meant, Kendrick. We definitely need a Stream Deck, man. But before we go, man, I want to give, I know my boy Oscar, who always comes through, man. Shout out to him for coming through on the Discord. He did say the passing of his grandmother, his abuelo, our abuelo, you know what I'm saying, nuestro abuela. So we want to, his grandma, abuela. So we want to throw a prayer for him and his family while they go through these difficult times. Because no matter how happy you are, and shout out to him for being in good spirits. Tough dude, man. Tough dude. I expect nothing less. It still hurts, you know what I'm saying? That absence is going to be felt, you know what I'm saying? And especially for him and his mother and his father and all that stuff. So I want to, please, let's do a prayer for Oscar. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this wonderful day. We appreciate, you know, all the blessings that you bestow upon us, Lord, the time that we get to share with our loved ones. Please let us not take that for granted and embrace it and appreciate it. You know, we all have loved ones that are near and dear to our heart, and some that are a little bit distant, but please let's take the time today to just tell somebody that we love them, whether it's a family member or a friend, or anybody that had a positive impact in our life, you know, or a past professor or teacher or a coworker or something. Let's tell somebody that we appreciate them. And we also want to send our sincerest condolences to our brother Oscar Perez, man, in the channel, man. A very important part of the family, of the Box and Talk family. We want to ask you to give Oscar's family and him some peace in this difficult time of their loss, suffering the loss of their grandmother. And we wanted you to also let them find solace in the fact that she is in a much better place, a place that we will all be in when it's all said and done for us as well. We will rendezvous in a much better place. You know, it's up there with you, Heavenly Father. So we ask that you let them be strong, give them the strength and the courage to move forward, and that you rest our abuela's soul, and grant Oscar with the clarity to celebrate the life as opposed to mourn the death. So celebrate the life, and rest in peace to our abuela Perez. In Jesus' name, amen. Yes, sir, man. So I appreciate y'all rocking, man. I'm about to go ahead and slide. You know, we'll be back for the late show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.